okay, because we'll all just be live when we're talking about some bullshit. Also, I think you said that we're on, so yeah, I think we're on.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We are.
Perfect. Yeah, this is our bullshit.
Hi, everyone.
Scum Villainy, session 2. I'm going to take a pause so Artemis can cut. Anyway, we've got some announcements before we get started. Before I do that, though, would you like to introduce yourself, Queen Mother?
Oh, hi.
Just tell us who you are, where we can find you, and we will introduce your character in a minute.
Absolutely. My name is Queen Mother GM. You can find me over at startplaying.games on TikTok, Instagram. I'm even still on Facebook. And under just Queen Mother or Queen Mother GM for all of that.
Fantastic. All right. Before we get into the game, got some announcements. Our sponsor for tonight is Canadian Dice. Go to canadiandice.ca, use the code THEVACTER, all one word, at checkout for 15% off your order. And Maggie's ice pick this week is the cheese dice. Speaking of cheese, the crew will be descending on GaryCon again in March. Who knew? Because we haven't been talking about it since last March at all. The surprise to everyone. Second announcement is the merch store over at tinyurl.com/vacmerch, where you can get all kinds of excellent designs. Whatever Avi has percolating, according to my announcements, because I assume there's going to be more new stuff at some point. And as always, awesome stuff like Half-Orc Energy, the Vac Blob, and I believe the Sploth shirt is still in there that Emily made. So, lots of great stuff. And then I think my last announcement, looks like, is the schedule. So tomorrow, Legacy of Fire is over on DM Jeremy's channel at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Mondays, Mistwalkers at 8:30 back here with special guest Alphinius Goo from Gooey Cube. That's exciting. Tuesday, Emily and Artemis are back over on DM Jeremy's channel for Escape the Silent Courts Part 2 at 9 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday is Wasteland Saga at 9 p.m. Eastern over on Goodman Games. Thursday, Song of Crystal and Shadow, right back here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And as always, you can find the podcast wherever you download your podcasts, including Podbean. I'm going to pause for 2 more seconds. I can count. Anyway, who would like to give a recap from last time?
That's your job.
Mm-mm.
I love that.
I am here to keep the force.
I would love to, but unfortunately, I was absent.
You weren't here.
Just give us the recap
Yes.
for your character from last time.
I was in space, and I went out to dinner with friends. It was nice.
Amazing. Amazing. You will never see those friends again.
Okay, so we basically were on the run from Timo. We ducked in a cantina. We took out Timo's Gamorrean guards and sort of threatened the bartender not to sound the alarm, and also pumped the bartender for information. We went and got the part we needed from the crate for the crate fang, but we pissed off the shopkeeper, so that turned into a firefight with some B1 droids, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. B1 battle droids.
Yeah.
Except they didn't actually fight you. You just fought the shopkeep and murdered him.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Yeah,
he was a droid bigot, so yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that, we went to spaceship control just as the Empire landed in a shuttle, because they were coming to negotiate something with Timo. We managed to release stocking clamps, and then we had to use a stun grenade on the Imperials because we got discovered.
Totally had to.
And then we bluffed our way past the droids, the B2s, at the entrance to the spaceport, and we basically managed to steal a ship and escaped. And I was trying to fly the ship, and Liz unfortunately was trying to shoot but doesn't have gunnery. I think I was the only one who had both piloting and gunnery, so I had to do the important one.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you stole the
Yeah.
ship from another bounty hunter, and on your way out, were pursued by TIE fighters and managed just barely to get everything fixed in time to not get blown and into space dust. So
You're welcome, by the
Jynne
way.
did a really good job. Yeah, I was going to say, Jynne did a really good job of getting things fixed just in time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I tried so hard.
And you got so far, and it did better this time.
Mm.
Yeah. So where we left off, you had jumped to hyperspace, only to shortly thereafter be pulled back out, not by any kind of Imperial ships, but by the fact that you're almost out of fuel and your hyperdrive is not in the greatest of shape. The previous owner didn't really take the best care of the ship, and where we had left, you had found
Well, yeah,
the Wookiee in the storage compartment. You had been
Mhm.
kind of searching the ship. There are still some things that have yet to be fully explored on the ship, but that's a problem for now, or for potentially later.
mhm, yeah.
But you
And
had
it was utterly filthy. So we've been doing some cleaning
Well,
of
cleaning,
the
yeah.
more important areas.
where we
Yeah.
found the last thing was that there was a warning alarm for the low fuel. There was also horrible music, Gamorrean opera to be specific, blaring over the loudspeakers. The horrible smell, because there were chunks of half-eaten meat, like raw half-eaten meat left everywhere, because the previous owner was a Trandoshan, so, you know, you like the raw meat. Anyway, so what are you all doing as you come out of hyperspace near Ryloth?
I'm, of course, double checking everything and, of course, making sure that perhaps, things are as what they seem, other than the low fuel and everything, just to make sure that if we needed to get away, we can.
Well, the getting away would be a problem because of the low fuel for sure.
Right.
Also,
Mm.
the alarm and the music and the smell are very distracting.
True.
I'm going to try.
Vex, you're okay with the smell. It doesn't bother you. You know it's there, but
I'm going to try and shut
Yeah,
off
yeah.
the music, at least from the bloody cockpit.
okay. I will have you make me a computer check.
Please do.
And you'll have 2 difficulty dice.
Okay, so 1 green, 1 yellow, and 2 purple. No results.
Okay.
Neutral.
Yeah, you have tried all of the things you can think of. It seems to be maybe on a different system.
I call back from the cockpit. I can't shut the music off from up here.
Come in. And I start walking forward, and I'll try and hack into the system and just shut it off that way.
Okay. Same thing. A
Or
computer
you
check.
could, or I would be, I would be able to help as well, because I have a reasonably good dice pool for computers,
So that is 3 green and a yellow.
but not that good.
And that is 2 difficulty, you said?
Yep.
1 success, 2 advantages.
Okay. You do manage to turn the music off. I will say that with the advantages, you are also able to turn the alarm off. You're still low on fuel. That doesn't change anything.
Right.
You also, kind of browsing the system, see that there is some sort of indicator. You see there's like a crescent moon shape that is red and flashing. And there is another one that looks like bars.
Would I know what either one of these are?
No.
Hey, Vex,
Yes.
Come
How
take
can
a
I
look
help?
come take a look at these. Maybe you would have an idea of what these 2 particular symbols are.
I will
By all
let you know,
means.
Vex, you do not know. You think that this might be
Okay.
something particular to this individual.
Okay. I'm sorry, but no, I don't myself know what those are. I think it might possibly be something to do with the individual thing. That it's not something that's standard on these sorts of vehicles, unfortunately.
It could even be something specific to Trandoshans, for all you know.
Oh, yes, that's true. It could be something to do specifically with our esteemed previous owner of this vessel.
I don't know if esteemed is the right word for it.
No, I called him unesteemed.
Oh. Fair enough. Damn it, Artemis.
I was just fixing to say we had a group hydrate.
And
Mm.
a posture check.
God damn it. I want to be a gremlin.
I really just sat down. I haven't had time to get uncomfortable yet.
So what are you doing with these indicators, if anything?
I hate doing that, but I love doing it. I'm gonna try to look into the database in the actual computer to see if it comes up with any more information.
The information that comes up is in Trandoshan.
Anyone speak Trandoshan?
No.
Damn it.
Apologies, no.
I will say, Jynne, if you would like to make me another computer's check with one difficulty, you can see if maybe the computer can decipher it or translate it into basic.
Gladly. One success, one advantage.
Okay. Yeah. You are able to translate it into basic. The
Okay.
crescent moon, you can tell that it is a transponder. And it says, transponder operational, receiving signal, Timo, Malshuta Tatooine, emitting coded response.
So this is for Timo.
It is a tracker. You're being tracked.
We've got to get. She immediately is trying to figure out a way to shut off the tracker.
Mm-hmm. You can do so. It will be a hard computers check, so that is 3 difficulty dice.
Oh. Wow. Apparently the dice really want me to win tonight. 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah. You manage to disable the tracker. You do know, though, that Timo would have had your last location. So it only does so much because you are low on fuel. You can only really get to the planet at this point. So it helps in the long run. In the short term, not so much.
She's sitting there cursing up a storm and just... She'll sit there and slam her hand down against her knee instead of, the potential of breaking a... what is it called? Control panel.
Right.
And sit there and say, that transponder, that's the crescent moon shape, was a transponder signal for Timo. He knows where we are. We've got to make this quick and get the fuck out of here.
I concur. Oskara, are you able to arrange for us to land? Because clearly we've got to get some fuel from somewhere.
Yeah, I'll get on the horn to orbital command and see if I can get us a landing clearance.
Yeah. And it's
Thank
easy.
you. I think that would be very wise.
Yeah, it's easy enough being from Ryloth. It's not difficult to get a hold of someone and find a place to land. Is anyone checking out the other icon?
I was just going to ask Jynne if she'd also been able to decipher what the bar's icon was about.
I can go ahead and try.
Well, so because you've already had it go ahead and translate, if you do click on that, it says captive militant, Ba'ura Ba'an, still on board. Recommended response, return to Mos Shuta and collect bounty immediately. Last fed 6 hours ago. Last refreshed 8 hours ago.
It's referring to the prisoner in the back. She would relay this information to everyone instead of me trying to say it, because I'm not speaking well tonight.
That's okay. I mean, all of you would know that's not referring to the Wookiee who is in the cargo bay. Oskara. The name Ba'ura Ba'an is familiar to you. When Aqualish thugs arrived on Ryloth and tried to muscle into the planet's real mining operations, a group of Twi'leks organized a series of mines said to be run for and by the Twi'leks. Some critics said the organization wasn't much better than the thugs it replaced, and it sold uncut rail illegally on the black market. However, many Twi'leks saw the organization as a sign of hope, undermining the efforts of those who sought to exploit Ryloth without thought for its inhabitants. Ba'ura Ba'an was among the most vocal of those in support of the mines owned and run by Twi'leks.
I know that name. They're one of the most vocal anti-Hut mining groups on Ryloth. What did you say what's going on with them? Like fed and what? Have they been captured?
Last fed 6 hours ago, last refreshed, so the bathroom 8 hours ago.
Does it give them a location?
Yeah, they are in one of the other storage compartments.
And assuming that I can locate that, I'm going to go there not with my blaster drawn necessarily, but I'm taking it just in case it's a trap.
Sure.
And I'm going to open that compartment if possible.
Okay. Before you're able to do
Would you like me to come with you in case you need
Yes.
Hold on.
medical assistance?
Before either of you is able to do that, another warning klaxon goes off, as there is a ship headed on an attack course.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Hang on, haven't we landed?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Check. You hear her say that phrase. You probably don't know which language it is. In character, at least. And she's like, I need you and Jynne to deal with the storage compartment thing. I'm going to try and make sure we don't get shot and blown up before we even manage to land. And she's going to run back to the cockpit. Past Vex and Jynne.
Just remember that there are 2 sets of guns that potentially could be used.
You got it. But we wanted to handle this first. I think.
Well, having established that I cannot shoot for toffee, I believe that's the correct saying that people use. Why don't I go and find this other prisoner, and Jynne, you can help.
I think in Star Wars terms, you could say you couldn't hit the broadside of a bantha.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Do you have any idea? Do you have any indication of whereabout the storage compartment is, or is it just in the same vicinity as the Wookiee?
No, it gives you a specific. I will say that none of you is particularly unintelligent, and it would probably be unwise while being pursued to go and investigate a prisoner. Because if said prisoner is hostile, then you have a threat inside and outside.
This is true.
We did not think of this. Thank you, wise keeper.
I'm aware.
Mhm.
You two should man each one
In
set a
that case,
gun.
we each man a gun. Yes. Okay. Expect
I'll
me to
attempt to.
fail. Yeah. Expect me to fail to hit anything.
Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Oskara, you recognize this ship. It is a ship that is frequently in the employ of Timo, belonging to one of his bounty hunters. His favorite operative, a Kubaz spy named Thweek.
Named
For
who?
those of you who don't know, Kubaz, they're sort of insect-like. They usually have to have some sort of protective goggles over their eyes because they are from a different kind of atmosphere, and they have a very long anteater-like snout.
Okay.
She calls back. It's definitely one of Timo's. One of his freaking spooks.
One way to put it.
Very well.
Let's give him a poodoo he'll never remember. Or always remember in this case. Come on.
Indeed.
It's an interesting use of phrase there.
It totally... it came out the wrong way, too. It doesn't help.
That's okay. You're going to make him shit, and he won't forget it. It works. It works. All right. 1 second. Because he's going to shoot at you.
No, you don't say.
Yeah. It was a surprise to everyone, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Loads.
Yeah, totally.
He misses, but is in a very advantageous position for him to be able to shoot you, and you to not be able to shoot him as easily. So,
Okay. Can I turn the tables on that and try and get into a advantageous position for my two to shoot?
yeah, absolutely. Make me a piloting roll. I'm gonna say 2 difficulty.
Okay. That is 3 of those, 1 of those, and 2 of those. Because I'm good. 1 success with 1 advantage.
Nice. Yeah. You are able to get a pretty good position. You're doing some evasive maneuvers, trying to stay out of his line of sight. How about our 2 gunners?
I'm hooking into one of the guns, probably on the right, and I am going to attempt to...
It's top and bottom, dorsal and ventral.
Well, sorry. Top one, then.
Okay.
They can take the bottom.
Again, this is just
Fine.
the Millennium Falcon with a
I'm in the
different...
bottom. Yeah. That
Okay,
is fortunately the one I went to because it was the one I was closest to.
Yeah, whoever wants to go first there.
2 difficulty dice or just 1?
Just 1. Because you got an assist from your pilot.
That would be 1 success.
Okay. What is... Let's see. I need to look at your ship. 1 moment.
Am I also 1 difficulty?
Yep.
And it's gunnery, yeah?
Yes. Does somebody have the stream pulled up? Because I can hear a slight echo.
I have stream pulled up, but it's
Nope.
muted.
I haven't pulled up but muted.
Yeah, ditto.
Ditto.
I don't know. Anyway.
1 failure, 3 advantages.
Oh no. Okay.
Aw, Vex.
That's
I am
something.
I am just not good at this.
That's okay. Can't be good at everything, right? Okay. One moment while I get your ship stats, because I forgot I needed those. I'm a very professional GM, in case you couldn't tell. Buffering. In the meantime, why don't we cut down to the planet, and why don't you tell us about your character, Queen Mother?
Oh, Pasha, he's just your average lucky pilot. I was from Alderaan, may or may not have gotten into a little bit of trouble, and may or may not have been sent to spice mines, the spice mines. But I wasn't on the planet when it blew up. Fortunate. And then I was not taken to the spice mines, but rather my ship got taken over by pirates. And, I got pressed into service and things. So, here we are. Life gives you lemons. I got some lemonade out of it. So that's how that one works. So still kicking. And I'm a pilot. Yeah.
One of the two.
So I'm a pilot in space. It's just great. I mean, I don't got a ship or nothing, but
How convenient that there's one coming in that you don't know about yet.
Yeah, but I'm just lucky like that.
Okay. For whatever reason, I cannot find the stats for it in here. I know that they're in here, but it's not a huge deal. Anyway, we'll say that with your one success, you're able to keep him kind of at a distance. He's backed off a little ways. What is Oskara doing at this point?
Would she be able to make a run for it down towards the atmosphere?
Sure, absolutely.
That's what we're going to do. If he's backed off and it's given us some distance, we're going to punch it and try and get down there and get to our landing berth. Maybe lose him in the atmosphere somehow.
Hopefully. Yeah. Why don't you make me a piloting check with 2 difficulty?
Okay. Which piloting are we transitioning to? Is it still planetary? Sorry, is it space or planetary at this point?
Your planetary was better, wasn't it?
No, my space is better.
Okay. Well, you're still technically in space, so we'll go with that.
Okay. 2 difficulty. Oh yeah. Someone hit Liz with a threat die. That's 4 successes and 1 advantage.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. You are able to somehow lose him in the atmosphere. We'll say maybe it's especially cloudy on your way in. Just kind of give him a little bamboozle as you fly through. This is your home planet, after all, so able to make it to the hangar. There are several different beings hanging out around, one of which you would probably recognize from Teimo's, not recently, but they may have been there at some point fairly frequently.
Moi.
Yep.
Yeah, there was that whole, working for Teimo thing against my will. But I found myself stuck here through no intentional attempts to not be working for Teimo.
Do we know that Pasha has been cut loose or anything?
Maybe. You have been a little bit on the run here recently, or hatching that plan, so...
Yeah, if Pasha's near the landing ramp when we come down, I'm leveling my carbine, thinking that he's still working for Timo, because I have no freaking clue.
I mean, you
Whoa,
did
whoa,
just
whoa.
get attacked by a bounty hunter, so
That too.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Did I know you? But I don't think I know you, so I don't think I deserve that.
You're one of Timo's, and Timo's trying to shoot us down out of the freaking atmosphere. I'm taking no chances, because
Hey! Does it look
Vex,
like I'm doing anything for Timo right now? Really? You think Timo's just wants me just standing around here doing nothing?
you could still have a holdout on you somewhere. Trust
Oh
me.
yeah, of course I do, but I don't got to point at you.
All right. Vex has extricated themselves from the gunnery point and appears behind Oskara. And then stops, pauses in a very surprisingly human way before going, Pasha, what are you doing here?
Ah!
Because I know Pasha.
Y'all aren't being sent by Timo, but you said you're being shot by Timo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I believe that we are on the same level of likability for Timo right now. One might say that I might have found myself escaping, running away, leaving before my indentured contract was done.
And you know the bounty hunter who was attacking you on the way in, his name is Thweek.
Oskara, remembering kind of who Pasha is at this point, so double check my folio real quick. Shakes her head. It was Weep. Timo sent Weep after us after we nabbed the Fang.
Oh, he mad. So, do I call you 41 Vex or do I just call you Vex?
Vex.
Ah, Vex. Yeah, Vex.
We're past the 41 bit.
Yeah. You need to skedaddle real fast, and I wouldn't mind skedaddling with you if you're doing the skedaddling quickly.
We
just
are
saying.
in need of fuel.
Mm-hmm.
We are
Yeah,
in
that
dire
comes
need
in
of
handy.
fuel.
That comes in handy
But
on
once
ships,
we've
yeah.
got that, I believe we could probably leave fairly rapidly, except for the fact that the fleet will probably still be out there.
All right. Well, I ain't too bad with a ship or a
There
gun.
need to be a bit of... This is very true. Oskara, Pasha is a proper pilot.
Ha! I like that. Thank
It
you.
would mean that you could do the gunnery, not instead of me.
Hey,
Or
I
me.
thought-
Vex, they put you on a gun?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I had to pilot. I had to get us out of here.
You're more of a patcher than a blaster, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I don't think droids have to take any kind of medical oath not to do any harm.
Mm. Yeah, I might have listened back to last week, and you did some harm there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was necessary harm.
You ain't getting no argument from me.
We needed to get off planet.
Ah. All right. Well, gas and then blast. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
Sounds like
yes.
As a reminder, you do still have a prisoner, well, 2 prisoners technically on board.
Hmm.
Yeah, we got to deal with. Now we've landed. We should
Yeah,
probably deal with.
Yeah.
That mines.
Yeah.
Well, that.
Yeah.
is
Fueling
level.
up will take a little time, I suspect.
Mhm.
So we probably ought to. I feel like
So-
I ought to at least go and look at this other prisoner. You know?
So is it blast, then gas, then blast? Yeah. Is that what's? How do we feel about prisoners at Timo?
as long as they don't attack us.
This particular prisoner is like one of the most outspoken critics of Timo. That heads up a Twi'lek-owned mine consortium or group of
Oh.
mines here on Ryloth. So
Oh,
probably
free
not a fan
them.
of yeah, so free them because they're not a fan of Teemo either.
An alternate target. I like it. It's good thinking.
And Oskara, do you mention anything else about your personal connection to the mines?
No.
Okay. So who is going to free the prisoner?
I would ask for permission to come aboard, but seeing as how I think I'm going to be a pilot, I ain't going to ask for nothing. I'm just going to waltz right on.
Ooh, feel free. I warn you now, though, it's fairly disgusting inside.
That is a powerful
Doesn't bother me
odor.
particularly, but it's yeah, exactly. So I
gracious.
understand. I mean, yes.
Oh, it does sting the eyes a wee bit. Oh God.
We've been trying to clean it up, but you know, it is what it is. We've been on the run.
Yeah. Oh. Try not to use ammonia when you're cleaning up ammonia. Holy. All right.
Definitely no bleach.
Can I do anything about the Can I vent some of it out or something? Some atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely leaving the doors open would be a good idea. Also, I imagine because they had some time, that they were able to get some of the rotten meat out. But yeah, it's still really not a fun time at all.
I by my canonical art, I have many pockets, and out of one of my many pockets, I pull something and just kind of like smell it for a while, just like okay. Okay.
Amazing.
You get used to it after a while, even though it's still hellacious.
Oh, I don't want to. I will do whatever I
mean,
can.
needs must.
Yeah. So
Indeed.
who is going to talk to the prisoner?
So, I wonder, Oskara, would it be helpful if you came? Because a familiar face, or at least a familiar species.
Yes, I'll come with you and have a chat with him.
Okay.
Very well.
He appears
And
to be
can we
asleep.
leave you, Pasha, to sort out the fueling?
Yeah. I guess.
Thank you.
And I will, if there's time, I'm actually going to try and get some different, like, codes ready. Try and
work on the transponder codes for the ship.
Yeah, because we're not going to be able to land anywhere else with these.
Maybe see about disabling that tracker at Teemo's.
That's already been taken care of.
Already did.
Okay, good. I was a bit busy flying.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I would say, Jynne, if you would give me a hard computers check, so it's 3 difficulty, and then Vex and Oskara, the prisoner appears to be sleeping whenever you open the compartment, but pretty quickly wakes up and is very confused. You are not at all who he was expecting to see.
Vex, you would see Oskara's. Is this person also a Twi'lek?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
You would see Oskara's Leku start to twitch. Rick, what she's saying is, you're safe. We're not Teemo. We're on the run from him too. We're on Ryloth. In Twi'lek. Leku talk.
And you can see, especially because being a Twi'lek, one of his Leku has been cut off, and it has been seared over the stump. And for, again, those of you who don't know, for Twi'leks, the Leku are somewhat of a sexual organ. So that's a big deal.
They're like super sensitive nerves to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought there was supposed to be like the brain part of the brain center as well.
I mean, I don't know about that, but either way, it's a very significant part of his body that has been cut off. And his one remaining Leku is twitching in a very sad way.
That it does not surprise me. Oskara, could you please explain to him that I am a medical droid and would like to see what I can do to help him?
This time she switches to basic instead of Leku talk. Vex is a medical droid. They'd like to give you a look over. I suggest it because we're going to need to get you back to the mines. And we are being chased by one of Teemo's spies, bounty hunters.
I'll be fine. This is not fresh. But thank you. I'm glad to see a friendly face.
Are you quite sure I'm perfectly capable of helping you?
There's nothing to be done now. It's gone.
Very well. What is your level of discomfort like? I'm sure it must still be quite painful.
It's more of an emotional wound. I don't think there's anything a droid can do about that.
Very well, as long as you are.
Emotionally damage that droid with that one, I guess.
Good thing droids don't have emotions.
Ouch.
Indeed. Yes, I sort of draw myself up very slightly, but very well. Of course,
Oskara,
I'm not going to try and force my attentions upon you.
Yeah.
Oskara's going to help him up if he's still down.
Yeah.
Okay. How'd you get into Teemo's custody anyway, of all people?
Well, I'm sure you know, for some time now, those in charge of Ryloth have been a bit remiss about who they allow in on the real mining industry, which is only barely legitimate since the Empire took over. Ocular's thugs have been terrorizing the mining communities and forcing us to work for scant reward, extorting all sorts of favors and resources. And you may not know each other very well, but I'm sure, because you are familiar with who he is, he would at least probably be somewhat familiar with who you are. You're not unknown by any means. And this extortion, it's kept us from prospering, but I banded together with some associates to protect New Mean, our most profitable mine, from the thugs. So we held them off for a while, and then they just disappeared. At first, we thought that it was over, but we learned that they'd been killed in the process of some kind of underworld takeover. And after that, outsiders started purchasing land near the mines and claimed they were developing it, though we could tell they were only there to spy on us and make life difficult. And while I was going to Nabat, I was attacked by a band of rogues, including a Trandoshan. That's how I ended up here.
Do you happen to know a younger one of us called Makara?
I've heard the name. And Oskara, you notice that his Leku are sparsely gesturing, and he seems to be fairly open, but is holding back something.
I'm her elder sister. What happened?
I don't know the details, but given a lot of thought about the huts recently, To my knowledge, they didn't have a lot of interest in the real mines before. They distribute, of course, but until now they haven't been linked to any of the operations to actually mine it. I wonder if this Trandoshan has done something to set that into change. I would greatly appreciate it if you could drop me off at Nabat, which you would know is where you landed. He's not aware of that, though.
We're in, and she'll explain that's where we are. Yeah.
Good. I have friends here who would be able to help offer a safe place. A number of good mechanics who could see that your ship is repaired and refueled.
We'd appreciate that on both counts.
That would be most helpful.
Yeah. I will absolutely help you however I can.
So you strongly suspect that... So, you haven't seen my sister. The Hutts may have taken her into other mines? Or something along those lines?
Yeah, I know the name, but I don't know where she is now. Obviously, I've been off-world for a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to have to make some inquiries then, while the ship's being set back up.
Of course. Are you investigating the cell at all, now that he's out?
Yeah, I'm going to take a quick look around because bounty hunter instincts. Kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Why don't you roll me perception?
What's my
Yeah,
difficulty?
Just one.
Also, I got a boost from...
Yeah, so one of your green becomes yellow.
Oh, that means I get 2 yellow.
Nice.
Was it difficulty 1, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 successes, 1 threat.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I do like some threat. Those are fun for me. Let's see. So you find several pieces of brown chitinous shell. One that has some curious designs on it. And so you would know that insectile species sometimes shed their outer shell in order to grow and heal. So the bits of chitin don't necessarily suggest that something was killed. And as you inspect it closer, the ridges and crack in the chitin reveal fine red dust. You would guess likely from geonosis.
The Geonosians have a chitinous kind of shell.
Mm-hmm.
She'd hold up the shell with kind of the dust sample on it to Vex. Geonosis. This might be there might be a Geonosian nearby.
Very well. May I examine?
Yeah.
Hold his hand out for you to take a look at it. Yes, you are quite right. This definitely does look like it's Geonosian. Yes. However, oh no, I was just thinking that we might have already known, but that was just the fact that we had another prisoner that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
Oh, so there may be a Geonosian on board as well for us to find.
So at this point, having thoroughly checked through the systems, there is no one else on board. You have checked all of the compartments. There's no one else.
This is very good.
Yep.
However, one does find oneself wondering about the combinations that are going on here. Geonosians, Timo and his thugs and various other Kubans.
Yeah.
I don't. It feels very unnatural, should we say?
So the Kubas, I mean, you would all know because this was a very highly feared, highly respected, because of the fear, bounty hunter in Timo's employ. Oskara was kind of low on the food chain, being fairly new to bounty hunting. Yeah, that's not too unusual. You would have seen him about. What is weird is you probably wouldn't know of the Hut involvement in the real mines here on Ryloth. And the Geonosis factor is probably pretty surprising, I would imagine. It isn't. So Tatooine, Ryloth, and Geonosis are not horribly far from each other, but it is still just a bit of an unusual connection.
My thought exactly. It doesn't quite seem to make logical sense.
Are you all informing the others?
Yeah.
Oh yes, of course.
Am I off getting some fuel?
I mean, yeah, you would be outside of the ship, I would imagine, but you know, it sounds like they're coming out to let you know, and you do see that a second Twi'lek exits the ship with them.
I would give a little cringe when I saw the one missing Leku, but I would ask 0 questions.
Probably smart.
Not
Pasha,
one of
Pasha,
your.
I'm
Are you getting sloppy, Vex? Is that one of your?
absolutely not.
Well, I didn't think so. I was just checking.
That was inflicted before I got there,
Okay.
shall we say. And our friend tells me that there is no need for my medical attention for him. But he is very willing to make arrangements for getting us some fuel and getting us some of the more necessary repairs done so that we are more fully space-worthy before we resume our journey.
Spectacular. Then you definitely didn't do that to him if he's willing to still get us
Absolutely.
out.
Absolutely.
Any idea on the timeline there? Sooner the better, you know.
It'll take a little bit of time.
Oh.
And
Well,
you see Oskara start trying to leave to go and find someone to talk to, without saying a word to anyone.
oh,
So-
all right. Bye.
She
So
doesn't
just
respond.
for everyone's information, the city of Nabat, the upper levels are exposed to the elements, mostly consist of landing pads, kind of slum dwellings, and a cantina. Bahura is willing to lead you further into the city to like a safe house, but isn't horribly in a rush if you have elsewhere that you want to go first.
No, the safe house is probably going to be the best spot to start asking questions without being overheard.
That too.
Yeah.
Okay. What about everyone else?
I'm still working on those codes.
I
Are you
was wondering.
staying on the ship?
I mean, wherever I have to be to do it, that's where I'm doing it.
Okay.
Hmm.
I just wanted to check because that will sideline you for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then
If you're on the ship while everyone else
May
goes,
I suggest, Jynne, that it would probably be better for us to all stay together,
very true.
and we are probably safer in a safe house than actually on the ship. It's not as though the ship's going to be unattended, because our friends, people will be working on it while we're away.
Plus, you could always transfer the work you're doing onto a data pad and work on it remotely.
Mhm. Plus, Bahura has offered the services of refueling and repair, and it may not be a stretch to ask for new transponder codes in the process.
I was just about to ask for that. I was thinking something with like a bird and like something else epic, because that seems to be how you should name things.
Right.
Yeah. Does anybody have any thoughts on the new name?
The Eagle Magnificent. No. The and just starts rhyming off the most ridiculous names. The Ostrich Austere. No. The Life Aquatic. No, that's definitely not it.
So close, though.
Me personally, I have no idea. I just do the work.
Yeah, I meant to ask a little bit. What was this about? This like not space worthy? Y'all mentioned.
It's space worthy, but it's run down. It's not well kept, and it's absolute garbage in terms of maintenance that it needs to be worked with.
Always good to hear an engineer say garbage. That's always real reassuring. So are we talking like little rust on some of the screws, or are we talking like ticking time bomb, vacuum of space? Just
I mean,
curious.
she may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts.
Huh.
Where's that quote counter?
We have so many.
All right. I'll start using that as like, yeah, I can work with that. All right. So the all right. The slick penguin. No. The
Affy Artmuch is asking an excellent question. Did anyone take count of how many quotes? I think it was over 20.
Yeah, it was a lot. I would have to go back and look. No idea.
Yeah.
So if everyone
But there were
is
plenty.
following Bahura, we'll proceed. So eager to get you away from the surface, he leads you into the tunnels that delve deeper into the city. Fairly deep underground, as far as you can tell, to a district where individual residences are dug into the cavern walls. The narrow corridors are packed with various beings going about their business. Hundreds of Twi'leks throng through the walkways and passages, but they're not the only citizens of Nabat. You see swaggering Akbalish shouldering their way past you, beeping droids scurrying between shops and tunnelways, human traders hawking their wares from stalls set within the niches to the side of the walls. So this is an opportunity, if anyone wants to purchase anything with all of your ill-gotten gains.
I'm a little short on the credits, but if you want to spot me, you know I'm good for it.
And so it begins.
I'm saving mine for reasons. I think we discussed that.
Yeah. Beskar reasons.
Yes.
Anyone?
I'm trying
I think
to look at
that,
the sheet rock.
I think that I would look for somewhere that might sell me some oil, just so that I can give myself. I appreciate an oil bath would be not asking too much in these circumstances, but it would be very nice to be able to just give myself a bit of an oil and deal with some of the rust and the Tatooine sand, and such like.
Get into the joints.
Pasha gives you a wink
exactly.
and is
That would
like,
be
for a
very
couple
nice.
extra credits, you don't have to do it yourself.
Turns out Pasha is droid sexual.
Apparently.
A little bit lacking on the credits. I'm just saying.
No, that's absolutely fine, and I'm sure that I can pay you if you
You're always
if there
so
is
good to me,
something you
Vex.
particularly.
Well, yeah, is
So
there
Vex-
anything fun from me?
Hot dog.
So in this part of the city, there's nothing of high value. Everything is like 500 credits or less. But if there was anything like fairly cheap that you would be interested in, I think probably Vex would have let you know at this point that you are pretty well stocked on like stem packs and Bacta and all that kind of fun stuff. It never hurts to have more, but you are down
Yes.
one party though. For reasons.
One what in the party? Sorry, you broke up.
Grenade.
Mm.
Oh, yes, we are.
You're
So yes,
missing a
I'll see if I
grenade.
can. Yes, I had to use one, unfortunately. But so yes, I would like to stock up on or restock on that. I would like to, as you say, you can't ever have too many stim packs.
Never.
Like not when you're a medical droid.
Mm.
Medical droids can never have too many grenades. That's a fact of life.
Yes.
You know, you should buy some pockets to go with that. I'm just saying. Can we get you a bandolier of like stim packs?
And another one.
Ooh.
I would also like to pick up a couple of droid repair kits. You know, the emergency repair kits.
You do have quite
Just
a
in
few
case.
already, but yeah.
We do?
Yeah, you found
We have quite a number
yeah.
that we
Oh,
found
that's
in the
right.
junk shop.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I apologize. Apparently I don't have it wrote down.
Fun stuff.
Don't worry.
Are you wanting to
have-
replace a stun grenade, or are you wanting to get a frag grenade?
Ooh.
Or you could do both. They're not horribly expensive.
Oh, in that case, yes, I will do both. Thank you.
Okay. How many are you thinking?
Let's have one stun grenade to get me back to where I was.
Mhm.
And then 2 frag grenades.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be
Does
250
the party
credits.
think that might be useful?
Yeah, Vex. I think that'd be pretty useful. I'm just not too sure useful in your hands. You feeling good about that pin pull and tossing action?
It has proved necessary, shall we say, and I have been able to do it without suffering too much in terms of my healing tendencies, shall we say.
All right.
In fact, if it's a them or us situation, I don't think I'd have any trouble with it at all.
I'm learning so much about you, Vex.
I know.
So, Liz, that would be 250 credits. And just in case it's something you're interested in, Oskara, you do see at the same booth, they have some slug throwers.
Ooh. Pistols or
Pistol and rifle.
how much is the rifle?
It would be 350.
Pasha comes behind you and just kind of whispers in your ear and being like, "Can you imagine just shooting that into Timo's face?" Just saying. And then like
Where's my
creeps away.
credits on this darn cheat.
I mean, you each got over 1,000, so
Yeah.
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 Pasha like chokes when finds out that Droid's walking around with 1,000 credits.
over 1,000.
Yes.
This is why I said that I would probably be able to spare you some.
I understand now.
He's gonna buy that. So
Okay.
leaves me with 1950.
And just for your information, it is ranged heavy. Damage 5. Crit is 5. It's a medium range. And it has the special Cumbersome 2, which I will look up in a second.
Okay, I'm gonna fire up the generator and make those changes because trying to make them on a PDF is a pain in the butt.
Understandable.
Might
Alright.
any armor kicking around as I'm watching everyone get armed?
Yeah, there should be. Give me just a second. I will
I
find that.
mean,
Yeah.
I do keep on the time-honored tradition of shooting first, but that don't
Of
mean that
course.
they can't shoot second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Watching a
sometimes they...
medical droid with a grenade has got to be a little bit like, I'm feeling slightly vulnerable.
How many stun grenades do you have, Vex?
Now that I've restocked, I have 3. So I have 3. I have 3 stun grenades and 2 frag grenades. And how
Amazing.
much did my oil change cost?
But Ura lets you know that at the safe house they can take care of that.
Oh, nice.
They know hospitality. That's generous of them. I couldn't hear all that sand in those gears, though. Oh,
yeah,
sand and rough.
Indeed.
Pasha, you would be able to purchase padded armor.
All right, I will take it because I will literally soak that up because I believe right now I am just wearing heavy clothes.
Yeah, and this will increase your soak to 2 instead of just 1.
Sweet.
And that will cost 500 credits, though.
Thank you, Vex, for the tab. I will even up with you.
One day.
Eventually.
Yes, I'm sure you will, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else while you're having this shopping side trip?
No, I think having forked out all that for Pasha, I think I am not going to buy any more stim packs after all, because we have a lot.
Yeah.
Plus, I had another 2 myself.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also this part of the city, you're able to get some basic stuff, but the fancier, more expensive stuff would be elsewhere.
Mm. Yeah.
If you really wanted to spend some
Well,
credit.
that's fine, 'cause yes, credits which I don't have anymore.
I am still looking for armor and possibly a new weapon.
Come up
So
beside you and say, it's a 2-for-1 deal. If I wear the pink one is a little, I think the pink one's my size. But if you don't mind taking the blue one, we can get a 2-for-1 deal. Now, I know, the pink does look more flattering on me. But if you really want it, I'd be willing to give it up.
I wouldn't mind blue at all.
Spectacular. We will look very good as we attempt not to get shot.
Right?
do you currently have any armor?
I don't. Hold on.
What's your soak value?
I'm not seeing. Wait. 4?
Oh, then yeah, you have way better armor than you can get right now.
Wait, what? I do?
Yeah, I mean, with what Queen Mother just got, the soak is only 2. So yeah, your armor is much better than that.
So, your soak is your brawn plus your armor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have just heavy clothes. So I guess my brawn is pretty good. Hold on.
Heavy clothes is soak of 1, so your brawn is 3.
Yep.
So then padded armor would give you 5, right?
Yep, that would still increase it if you wanted.
But if it's 4, it's not bad. So, and that's 500 credits I can use elsewhere if something else happens down the line.
No, but it was a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah, that the vendor don't know about yet. So
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, if you think you can manage it, want me to
Think I
swindle
can
him?
Can we persuade him? I'm real good at that.
Absolutely, you can give it your best shot. I'm going to say this is going to be 2 difficulty dice.
Okay, and I'm rolling. Am I
Are
rolling
you
just
are you going for a charm or are you going for coercion?
charm?
Okay. All
right. So I believe I get 3, and then I think I'm trained in it. I have 1 rank in it. Sorry.
Yeah. Does it
So-
give you a yellow dice?
I believe so.
I'm blanking on the name now.
An
We have a
advantage die?
proficiency chart, guys.
Thank you. Proficiency.
Okay. So I turn 1 of my green into a proficiency die. Correct?
If it's not on your sheet, then no, unless you got boost from chat. I didn't see.
Okay. I thought if I had a rank in it, I got a yellow die.
Someone did. I thought someone did up the dice earlier, but I hadn't won the.
I mean, they did for some people. I don't remember who all they gave it to though.
They gave
And-
Liz a brat, and they gave me a boot. They gave me one of my dice.
And you said 2 difficulty?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. I got 2 advantage?
Okay. So with no successes, they don't offer you a deal, but trying to think of how the advantage would apply here. Maybe they'll throw in a stem pack because you were talking about it.
Look at starting to pay off my debt already, and I give it to Vex.
Oh Lord.
All right. Anything else?
So what do I have now? I mean, is it still just the heavy clothes? Then?
No, it's
didn't have
what did I say?
You got it. You just didn't get a better price on it.
Added on.
Okay.
It's
So,
padded
I
armor.
paid 500.
Yeah.
So that gives me an extra 1. So that gives me a silk value of 5.
Look at that. You'll live forever.
Pretty much. And I think the weapon
mine's
is about
only
I think the weapon is about as good as I can do for right now. I'm not 100% certain. I've got 2. One
What
shot
is
glove.
your?
I have shot gloves and a holdout blaster.
I think. Let me get down to it. I believe that those are going to be the best you can afford right now,
Okay.
because a lot of the other stuff is going to be pricier than what you can get here. One second.
Just figure I'd ask.
Absolutely. One moment. They give so many options. I mean, you could buy some death sticks. if you want.
Death stick.
You'll live forever unless you start using those.
And then you'll live for a little
No
while.
judging. Yeah, no judging.
You'll have a lot of fun, I've heard.
You know what? Fuck it. I want to
that
buy
is-
some death sticks.
That is 250 credits.
So that's 750 credits.
Now you are almost broke.
All
I
right.
had
well,
almost 1,500, so that's half.
All right. Well, just maybe after the fix shippy, do we? Yeah.
Yeah, you
Mm.
should probably not spend it all just yet.
Just lean into Vex and be like, "Oh, are we sure about this one?"
Well, I'm not sure about anything. A lot has happened in a very short time, but we are at least not on Tatooine anymore.
That is true.
Hit
As far
it to
as I'm
that.
concerned, that is a bonus. As far as I'm concerned, that is a bonus.
Very much.
I love that that's like the Star Wars equivalent of we're not in Kansas anymore. All right. So we will move things along then. Or actually, you know what? I think it's about time for a break if you all...
Yeah, I'm exhausted from shopping. Best we take a rest.
Absolutely.
It's hard looking this good.
Okay, so now that we have wrapped our shopping trip, Ba'ura Ba'an leads you away from the busier thoroughfares, knocks on a large metal door. Twi'lecian code is exchanged, and after a moment, you are shown into a spacious room filled with relaxing blue light and comfortable chairs.
Oh,
He turns to you and whispers,
I was gonna say she looks so much better with the armor and the lighting now.
Ba'ura turns to you and whispers, "This room is occupied by a cell of the organization, dedicated to protecting the interests of common Twi'leks on Ryloth. We'll be safe here."
All right.
Appreciate it.
You see that there are 3 other Twi'leks and 2 humans who seem to just kind of be moving about. They seem to kind of come and go as they please.
Mm.
And they immediately bring you all food and drink and offer medical attention, but you're all doing pretty okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, can I ask my newfound crewmates, where are we going after this? What was the plan?
That's a good question. Who is it I can go speak to about what's going on with the mines, especially with Teemo's takeover and my sister?
Yeah. There is a soft-spoken female Twi'lek with kind of pinkish-colored skin and just an air of grace, named Nin Kablo, who appears to be the leader.
If you go over and talk to her, Pasha comes kind of zipping up beside you and kind of like just right beside you the whole time, being like, "Yeah, who we talking to? What we talking about?"
Well, even before you all are kind of discussing your plan, she comes over and says, "We're deeply indebted to you for the rescue of our friend. What little we can offer you, we would like you to partake in. But we do have to ask if there's maybe something you could do to help ease our woes."
Well, first off, my friend Vex needs an oil bath.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But
Thank you so much.
The return of your friend was the least that we could do. Pasha wasn't involved in any way.
Well, Ba'ura kind of implied that you have some dealings with the same hut that we have.
yeah, we all may have pissed him off in some way or other, and we escaped from him on Tatooine, and now he's a little displeased with us. But here's the thing. You said ease your woes. I think maybe we may be able to help each other a little bit here.
How so?
Before I left with one of the gangs to work in Teemo's employ, train as a hunter, I had to leave my sister behind in the care of one of the local groups, but I'm told she may now be missing thanks to Teemo. So if Teemo has her hostage somewhere, I'd be more than happy to go bust up one of Teemo's mines if it means getting her back. Getting her back here safe.
That makes sense. I do think that could work out in both of our favor.
Are we crew discussion, mind busting, planning? No.
You don't have to come. This is family business.
All right. Just curious, where the wine and the proximity to Teemo, how far from the... I'm happy to blow some stuff. I mean, okay, so I may or may not have damaged one of his ships already, and but it's completely unrelated to like my piloting skills. Absolutely. So he may be pissed at me, but I'm just curious. Like, can we get your sister without increasing the level of lethality Timo wants to use against us? I'm just curious.
The last time we tried to be sneaky, we got caught by Imperials.
Oh, Timo and the Imperials are after you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hitched my wagon to the right horse right here. That's right, Bantha. Yep. All right. Perfect.
We can absolutely try and be sneaky. However, past experience has shown me that usually things go Bamford belly up, and we'll have to improvise either way. So we'll try to be sneaky, but if we have to shoot, we have to shoot.
We did pretty good improvising last time.
Okay.
Improvising means shooting people.
Shooting, bluffing droids.
Stunning.
All right. So, not to be rude to our wonderful host of this wonderful safe house, which no one would ever find us here, and I appreciate that. You're asking us to blow up a mine. You're asking us to infiltrate. To what extent can we assist you with this without, again, lethality, the lopping of blowing from space, bounty hunters kind of thing?
Well, the miners who worked alongside Ba'ura they're coming under increasing pressure from thugs who own the land nearby. Consider this payment in kind for us refueling and repairing your ship.
Absolutely. And you are asking us real specifically to do...
Well, returning him would boost morale as quickly as possible. Of course, you'll probably want to stay the night here, but we can provide you with a speeder in the morning.
Okay, so it would include not leaving?
A little bit, yeah. You could say that.
Fabulous. Wonderful. And we like this plan. And Pasha's just I'm trying to get off of here, and this isn't really my ship, so Pasha will do what is needed, but it's also go with this. Yeah.
We don't have a lot of time. Because
at the same time, we are being given a very great deal of help by these people. It seems to me that we probably owe some sort of recompense.
We do, but I'm also thinking about the fact that we were probably likely tracked here.
Yeah.
That is indeed a consideration, yes, but...
Well, you know that you were definitely tracked here because of the
indeed.
tracker and also the bounty hunter.
I mean, I'm not going to say no to helping. I'm just trying to get us to consider the whole story here as to how much help we can give.
Pasha has a moment of I think I just got morally judged by a droid, which is saying something, so...
And Oskara kind of folds her arms and says, look, if you want out of this because you're scared, or you think we don't have enough time, leave. I will handle this.
Can I take the ship? No?
That's what I'm saying. Take the ship and go. I can go and get my car and blow up a mine myself.
I believe
Not
that.
alone, you can't.
Oh,
no.
Ah, God damn. All right. Vex says no. I don't believe. Okay. We blow up a mine. Easy, right? Mine's notoriously blow upable.
I'm serious.
Please, Affy, quote that.
I'm serious. If you are not up to this, I will go and do it. It's fine.
Oh, you keep saying up to it and scared. That right there, that done rub me the wrong way. But the time.
It's not that I'm fucking scared. Don't ever assume that.
See?
Well, to someone trained in some of the older ways, such as I, it definitely seems like y'all are kind of worried about things. I can, like I say, I can handle it. It's fine. It's fine. I don't have all
With
the straight.
respect,
All
my
the...
dear friend,
All right. Yeah, Vex.
it's perfectly clear that it's appropriate for us to provide this service. It serves also your purposes because it gets you further information about your sister, and it seems to me that we ought to be doing this. And I'm certainly not letting Pasha go anywhere with my ship without me.
Your ship? She sits there and kind of raises her eyebrows a little bit.
Vex has taken ownership of the ship.
All right. If you can
Only-
really blow
it's
up a
only
mine
in the
all on
sense
your own.
that you're the least.
Yeah,
think-
I know.
I think under Imperial rule, droid ownership of anything is a little iffy, but
That didn't stop
But
IG-88.
we
Damn it!
stole it.
All right.
We stole it.
If-
It's ours now.
Again, I'm
When I
questioning
said,
my
when I say
morality
mine, I
choices
don't
based upon
mean
my
mine
droid advice.
alone. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
those of us who were involved in the purloining.
All right.
No.
Assuming that you can blow up a mine on your own, I guess you're a person I would like to have on a gunnery on said ship that I would like to have partial ownership of.
Yes.
And we can discuss terms and percentages.
In due course.
So, without sounding too crass, how's about we go do that now, right now, without
I want
Well,
my
with great
oil
haste.
bath.
also
Vex-
none of you have slept in a while.
Yeah, Vex
Other
needs an
than
oil
maybe
bath. We haven't slept since we've been on the runs from frickin' Timo, and they're going to get us a speeder in the morning. So we've got a night to kill. Sleeping, ideally, and bathing.
Sleeping, yes.
All
Of
right,
course, I
all
don't
right.
sleep, because an oil bath would be fine.
Pasha is just
I believe we have a
looking around
plan.
nervous.
Can't imagine why you'd be nervous.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're just connected now to a group of runaway indentured servants who have a bounty hunter, mad hut, and may or may not have pissed off some Imperial something or others. I don't know. And I'm
You
currently
already-
in the safe house of a rebel underground mining company. So,
Yeah. And
been a
I mean,
bit.
Oskara, you would probably know that this, for the Twi'leks, by the Twi'leks company, has a reputation for being a little bit sketchy. Not as sketchy as like Imperials or the Hutts, but they don't always make the most morally sound choices.
Do they have droids making their moral choices too?
It doesn't look like it. You don't see a whole lot of droids around.
Mm. I love Vex. Vex is like, no, we have to help you. We're indented to it. Also, I may or may not kill people depending on the mood. But you
Secretly,
give us gas,
secretly that's why he wants to be a better doctor, so he can kill better too.
Unbeknownst to us,
Harm assist.
a harm assist instead of harm.
Amazing. All right, so now that it's fairly decided that we're staying the night here, you all are given a place to rest. Vex, even though you don't have to sleep, you are given a place where you can power down for the night if you so choose, or you can just wander about, doing droid stuff.
Do I get my oil bath?
Yeah, of course.
No, and in that case, I will just quietly sit
Okay.
and power down and give myself some downtime to enjoy the sensation of not having half the sand of Tatooine in my joints.
Yeah, rest the CPU,
Yes.
I'm gonna count those robot I was gonna say sheep, but then I was gonna say bantha, and then I was like, they're not at all the same. So
They're so close though.
Yeah,
They're just really
enough.
big.
Very huge sheep.
Yeah.
I would say count the speeders, but that's just me.
Who
Work
among
too.
you would probably be the lightest sleeper?
That
I
would.
used to say probably between Pasha and Oskara.
I also the only reason why I say that is because like I wasn't just choose across small planetary system.
Nah, it's fine. Yeah,
But
we'll
Oskara
say
can be. It's fine.
Hydrate.
yeah.
Got another hydrate.
Very hydrated here. There's water and beer.
Indeed.
Yeah, Pasha, during the night, you do hear someone knock on the door, and you see that your host then approaches the door, opens it slightly, and you can see an R2 out there who beeps and whoops at her in binary, and closes the door and comes over, seeing that you're awake. Our friend is from the spaceport and came to tell us that 2 hours ago, a craft arrived from Tatooine. He saw a human and a Gand disembark and negotiate with the staff about the keep of the craft before he was called away. I'm afraid that's all the information I have, but you may want to keep your eyes open.
Sorry, he saw them do negotiate what? What's he? And it's like sorry. I did honestly not catch a little bit. Negotiate what?
Oh, that's okay. Essentially, like to keep an eye on their ship while they're on business.
Oh, the other ship, not our ship.
Right.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, wonderful, perfect. This is spectacular. Okay. I will tell the others when they wake up. I don't feel like this is a wake you up to tell you kind of information, but we will when they wake up. We will tell them, of course. Thank you. I'm sure I will have no trouble falling back to sleep now that I know the bounty hunter is on planet. So.
Possibly 3 of them now.
Yeah, no worries. It's all good. It's all good.
Everything's
Wonderful,
fine.
thank you. Yeah. Pasha does not go back to sleep.
Yeah. In the morning, everyone minus probably Pasha awakes refreshed and then leads you down a narrow service tunnel along with Ba'an to a land speeder that they have parked outside. Is beyond the walls of the city. And she tells you that the navigation computer is programmed to take you straight to the real mines.
Wonderful.
By
That
the
makes
way,
so much
This
sense.
is good.
they got a tip in the middle of the night from a R2 droid, and there's someone else chasing you. And I relay all the information, and don't worry.
I
Also,
like
I'm
those
thrilled.
little R2. They make me laugh.
Aren't they cute?
I think so. Well, yes, I think so.
And I, the pilot, have no issue with the fact that the only thing to drive so far has an autopilot. So Pasha is thrilled with this.
Everything's fine. I mean, if you would like to disable the autopilot, somebody could give me a computer check.
Oh,
You want me
hell.
to disable it? I'll do it. But just let me know if I need to.
I don't know. Are we likely to be shot at between here and there? I'm just saying. Straight lines are easy targets.
Oskara powers up her carbine, is like, if they do, I'm ready.
Spectacular. We will live forever. All right, let's go. I
Okay.
get in, sit behind the wheel that I can't fly, and just
Just pout.
mhm.
Oh no, I'm saying you can disable it if you want. If we get shot at either way, if you want to disable it, fine. But if they shoot at us, no matter what, I'm shooting back. I have no.
Pasha's coding.
I have no position on the autopilot.
All right, let's
Personally,
go.
I think it might be helpful if we were not stuck with a particular course and had the option of our newly acquired pilot
I like the droid.
to do some.
Then step back and let me do what I do best. What would the difficulty be on that, Keeper?
That would be 3.
Wow, a lot of difficulty tonight.
Jeepers.
1 success, 4 advantages.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
So you are able to disable the autopilot. You do still have the directions. You also can see that the route that is fastest takes you through some potentially ambush-worthy territory.
Mm.
But there is a slightly longer route that is less ambushy.
Adjectives that I need, yes. I present this to everyone. My hand's literally like itching to get on the wheel and be like, so fast and dumb, slightly slower, slightly more livable. What do we feel like?
Slightly slower, slightly more livable seems to be a very good option to me.
It's a good plan.
It's not going to make all that much difference, I don't think.
Yeah, we don't really want to be blasting our way in and out.
Oh, spectacular! And I'll start to fly that way. I totally thought the Twi'lek had like veto power because of the combat, the weaponry. So this is I like this. I like this. Very great votes. I'm happy to be
Look,
part of this.
I'm just being prepared, like any good bounty hunter.
Yeah. Bounty hunters, my favorite people in the universe.
Also, a good Mandalorian.
Not that they know that
Yet.
yet, apart from uttering some phrases in a language they probably don't understand.
So since it's just a speeder, I don't need to make a piloting roll yet, I assume.
Actually,
Not yet.
Vex might. Vex, being a droid, might know a bit of Mandoa, but
I don't think so, because it did say specifically that no one in the party, so that's no matter who we had chosen, knew Trandoshan. So I don't think that Vex has the full like C-3PO package.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is
I am a medical droid, not a hospitality droid.
Or a protocol droid.
Or a protocol droid.
So what you're saying is I can cuss in Mandoa and Vex won't know.
No. I've been teaching the important words in a few languages, and I have been cussed at, mostly in Mando, I think. I'm pretty sure the cuss was. I can't imagine what else he would have been saying in those situations, but...
I can think of a few things.
Amazing. So our lovely pilot is speeding along the surface of Ryloth through the Badlands for several hours, following the directions, but taking some creative routes that are maybe a little bit safer and maybe avoid the combat that is planned here. So it works out.
Nope.
As you travel further from the spaceport, though, the terrain does become increasingly dangerous. Piles of loose rocks and jutting stone litter the ground, and you have to slow considerably in order to avoid collision. We get to skip that next part entirely because of good rolls. So 1 second.
It's not like any of the as I'm like flying along, I'm like, geez, this is like pod racing terrain. Jeez.
And this is the better terrain, so
Yeah.
So, you make your way to New Mean, which was the mine that you had been told about. And it looks set to redefine the word hardscrabble. Settlement is a little more than a shanty town, nestled into the base of cliffs that tower above it. A great pile of soil and rock has been raised up by machines and piled around the south side of the settlement. A few of the buildings look to be permanent, if ramshackle structures, though most of the residents seem to make their home in tents. You guide the speeder through its dirt track streets, weaving to avoid piles of detritus and vapor condensers. This place wouldn't even support a cantina. No one seems eager to greet you upon arrival, though the frightened faces of Twi'leks peer out from behind the canvas flaps of their rude dwellings. The residents of New Mean are cautious and suspicious of you at first. However, once Ba'ura Ba'an is spotted, the atmosphere changes quickly, with the residents chanting his name and cheering that he's back. Soon, the residents of New Mean, roughly 20 adult Twi'leks and a handful of children, gather about the speeder, and they gleefully hail the return of their leader.
Feel like we just were part of a parade.
Kind of were.
That makes me feel so much better knowing that these guys revere this man so much.
Yeah. We're totally just flying below the radar thanks to having the local celebrity. All right. Mind blowing up-y? Yeah.
So, you all can tell, like, after you make your way out of the speeder, after, obviously the congratulations and so forth, Ba'ura asks one of the other Twi'leks, so how's the situation? And the atmosphere immediately becomes more somber, and the only answer is bad.
Don't think we need to have Leku to be able to read that body language.
We don't.
Or the language even.
Yeah. All right. So how would you like bad to be slightly less bad? No promises.
So, they mentioned that a human contractor a few months ago named Angudram purchased a tract of land from one of the feudal oligarchs of Ryloth, claiming that he was going to build a desert oasis leisure complex. It became something of an open secret among the Rylothan underworld that Drum planned to do nothing of the sort and was just trying to muscle in on the real trade. No one seems to really know who he is. There's no past that anyone was able to find out about him, but he's throwing credits around, and people suspect that it might be some sort of front for wealthy donor who wishes to remain anonymous.
Yeah, humans, they're the worst. I should know.
So it just kind of gives the kind of side eye to Pasha when he says that.
So they also mentioned that at first his presence was seen as a blessing, and happened to be around the time that the disappearance of the Aqualish gangs had disappeared. Not too long after that, though, Drum's men began to make life more difficult for the residents of New Mean. That's when the piles of dirt surrounding the town had been accidentally damaged in the process of erecting this very large mound that you saw. There have been several acts of minor arson and larceny. Yeah, it's just not been a good time for anybody.
Yeah, once humans come in, the neighborhood's kind of it's shot. I'm sorry.
Really lowers the property value.
It really does. It really does. We just we procreate like crazy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. All right.
Are you trying to tell us something, Pasha?
Well, yeah, we can get into that later, but
He was
yeah,
flirting with the droid, so
Yeah,
I was just saying that Jynne's over there. If you two want to procreate, as you call it.
Well, I think we got matching outfits. I'm just saying. Did we not
Yeah,
know?
that's my point too.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Did we not know that was where that? No. Okay. I thought that was the first. Matching outfits of armor is like the Star Wars equivalent of a bouquet of roses. No. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm with Affy on this one. Matching outfits equals courting.
Yeah. I thought this made us an official couple. This is a couple outfit dressing. No.
Yes, it does. It also lends credence.
it
It lends credence to my point that I'm trying to make. Anyway.
I love that Pasha is like the opposite of Han Solo, though, where as he's like, I love you, I know. Pasha's like, I love you.
Yeah. It's a given. Yeah. No reciprocation. None. Zip. Zilch. All right. Let's go blow some stuff up. I'm pretty upset about this now already. Okay, let's.
Oh.
I have.
The rejection. Yeah. So what's the plan here?
We should go and we should get as much intel as we can, and then scope it out ourselves and decide on a plan of attack.
Yeah. If you're saying that
This
out loud,
seems a wise approach to me.
if you're saying that out loud, some of the Twi'leks offer up that Drom has a team of about 12 thugs, mostly human and a few Aqualish.
Mm. Again, I'm sorry, but okay. Yeah, let's. They're human.
I am so sorry. Were you talking to me?
Yes, earlier we were talking about we were shipping Pasha and Jynne because matching outfits.
Hey, I'm all for it.
It's Jasha now.
Yeah.
Joshua, okay.
Yeah.
I agree with it. I'm sorry. I totally spaced out for a minute.
That's all right. It's a Star Wars game. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Okay, I was on the death sticks for a minute, okay?
Oh, that though. Oh,
Yeah, that yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just get the ick?
Puts a damper on the relationship a little bit.
I'm joking about that. She didn't actually take the death sticks yet.
You did
good,
buy them.
Feel like doing it before we go and attack a gang of like 12 mostly human thugs?
Oh no, she's saving that for whenever she can actually have a true downtime.
So, you wanted to go get more intel, you said, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that part's taken care of because, and Oskara kind of points at some of the Twi'leks who told them how many Op-4 there are. Sorry,
Okay.
enemy forces. Enemy forces. I'm saying she's definitely using more military terms as she's flipping into that state of mind.
I do have a little bit of trouble telling when you're talking metaphorically or not. You said plan of attack, and I was like,
well,
Pasha just randomly gestures.
You're the one who wanted to go in quiet, so I'm trying to think. There's 12 guards.
Mostly human. You got a couple of them right here.
Yeah.
I heard about this thing that people done do where it's called like a Wookiee prisoner, except that we don't got no Wookiee, so it could be the Twi'lek prisoner.
Bingo.
Yeah, bingo bango. There we go.
You do have a Wookiee though. They're just on the ship.
I don't know nothing about no Wookiee, so I just.
Didn't somebody have some binders?
I volunteer not to put those on you.
I have binders.
Pinky.
I'll let.
Bounty hunter. Say, likely story, right?
I will let the other human put them on, and I'm just curious how good you're with binders for no particular reason.
How good am I at escaping them, or
No,
No,
we're
no.
back
How good the other human,
No.
the blue
How
outrange
good,
is pink,
how good
so
Jynne is at putting them on.
to-
Mm,
for no reason other than science,
Yeah.
of course.
of course.
Hmm.
That and you make me nervous, and I don't want to put no binders on you.
oh my days! And she hands over the binders to Jynne and puts her hands behind her back, like
I'll see what I can do.
just make sure you have the remote release there somewhere, so I can at least quick draw my carbine and start shooting if things go to.
You
For no
got it.
particular reason, Jyn, roll me cool with 1 difficulty.
Cool with 1 difficulty. Let me look that up real quick. I wasn't expecting that. Cool with 1. Okay. Hmm. 2 success, 1 threat.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Always good when a game master says that. Never makes me nervous, sending shivers down my spine.
Oh, it makes you nervous too, huh?
Definitely
Yeah.
shouldn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Especially when it's like the planning before the thing happens, and you're like, well, that's interesting. Nothing happens
Right?
now.
But okay. Let's see. So the drum land extends from just outside of New Mean, essentially like where the piles of dirt are, to the settlement he has built for his men and vehicles about a mile to the south. Currently, there are about 9 humans and 3 Aqualish working for him. And you would know that he wouldn't have any real reason to be aggressive towards any of you, especially as a prisoner, potentially.
Can I hold your gun? I don't think you can hold it while you're the prisoner, but I'll hold it, and then I'll say,
Which one?
the big one. The big one.
The carbine. You want my carbine because it's the.
I ain't compensating for nothing, but it just looks intimidating, all right?
It's not as big as the slug thrower, but it packs more of a punch.
Whichever one would impress the guards more. I'm just saying.
The carbine.
Perfect.
The slug thrower. The slug thrower is good against jetty.
Okay. So
Or
walking up.
jetty. For that matter, either side of their freaking stupid alignment.
Walking up, Twi'lek, bound. You want me to do the talking, or you? Sorry, Vex. I don't think you should do the talking.
I
You're probably
entirely
better.
agree with you.
You're probably with the talking better than I am.
Before
Okay.
you do that, Jyn, do you want to use your ability at all? Just, curiosity. No particular reason.
Actually, yeah, I would love to.
I'm keen
Figure it
and
like that
earnest to
would be
learn what your ability is.
It's figured to be a good thing to possibly use.
Good way to segue. Yes, I would love to. I've got to look that stuff up real.
Yep, I'm doing the same.
Does
One
Pasha have any abilities? I'm talentless and
Well, secretly, Jyn may be a Force user. Unknown to her in the beginning, but it may or may not be a thing. As soon as I find that stupid ability, because I love this game, but these books are freaking massive. Holy crap.
The tree for that particular thing is on 290.
That's good, because I'm almost there.
Pasha is just ad-libbing on the way. And so then I done said to the Gamorrean, I said, well, I don't remember exactly what I said, but basically they said, well, they can't really translate what they said back. Anyways, long story short, I may or may not be engaged. But,
Engaged?
Well, it's
How
open
on
to
earth?
interpretation.
Very well, fine.
Well,
It's only on, like,
Yes.
3 planets where it's legal, the engagement part. But technically, we have not hopped the ravine or jumped the transparency. I don't know exactly Gamorrean union services, but I think I just need to pay a default loan fine, something or other. I don't know. And I don't
think
have to be
that'd
engaged no
probably be
more.
wise.
Yeah.
I mean, you really don't want that chasing you around the galaxy as well.
Well,
You have
there's
plenty
something to be
chasing you around the
said.
galaxy.
Oh yeah. But there's something about the pursuit I may enjoy, as it were.
All right. So Jynne,
I do
I will
not
have you
understand
roll.
humans.
Jynne, I will have you roll the white force die, please, and then tell me what you
Okay.
get.
Just one. Just
Yep.
the one. One light side point.
Okay. So you're able to use that to foresee. Is there anything specific you are trying to foresee?
At this point, no. She's just trying to think of the mission ahead and hoping and praying that this next part is going to be a success and they aren't ambushed, that kind of thing.
Okay. I mean, it's hard to determine success or failure. The force isn't always very specific. You can see that it seems like recently Drum and his men have been drinking. So that seems like a potential advantage.
Wonderful.
Does just for a split moment the face of a Gamorrean enter you? Do you mention any of this to any of us?
You haven't given me a chance to.
Oh, my apologies.
Wow. Anyway, she would look at each of them and just kind of give this grin to her face as she realizes possibly something that she could have seen. She's not 100% certain as to what this is yet. Just that luck may be on our side, everyone. It may very well be on our side.
Which is, a bit of a change in mood for Jynne.
Definitely so, considering all the crap that they just went through.
And here I was thinking force users believe there's no such thing as luck.
Well,
That puts us to 23, 24 now.
to be fair, she doesn't know what this is, just that, she saw something that she never have seen before, that things may actually go their way.
She felt a little funny.
She felt a little funny, this feeling inside.
Pasha was pretty happy when you said, like, luck may be on her side. It's like, I like that. That's speaking my language kind of thing. And then you said something about force. Did you actually say it out loud as a
No,
character?
that was
okay.
me. That was me. I was out of character, and
I'm like, weird, but okay. Yeah, luck is good.
Oskara's being quiet because she's a prisoner.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
behaving.
of course.
And
And that
especially
does not make Pasha even more nervous in any way.
Well, this is not horribly long after the destruction of the first Death Star. So at this point, the Jedi have been dead, as far as most people know, for almost 20 years.
They weren't the only Force users in the universe, but they were the main ones, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the Empire, hunting Force users probably wouldn't make for a great conversation starter. Just being like, "Oh, hey, with the Force now," might make people nervous.
Just a little.
Yeah. Like I said, there won't be any consequences for this at all.
Nope. No, not at all.
0% chance that an Inquisitor will show up.
Did we
I've got a
bring-
slug thrower.
Did we bring our own alcohol in any way, shape, or form? Pasha is asking for unrelated reasons.
If you want
no,
this
we
to
have
go,
nothing of that.
I was going to say though, but if we want this to go our way, we need to keep our heads as clean as possible.
Indeed.
Pasha sounds like, the kind of person who wants a couple drinks before making decisions. Always
Liquid
goes
courage.
up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Never any consequences for those actions either.
Drink
No.
to celebrate, not drink to create the problem.
Champagne is
Right.
for winners.
Listen, it was a joyride that I took. I didn't steal the Imperial shuttle when I went and they kicked me out. It was a joyride. I didn't steal it. I had a few drinks, okay? But the good news was, because I had those drinks when I landed, my body totally relaxed, completely unharmed.
So, as you make your way to the Drum settlement, it is there's a parking bay where you see that there are 5 large construction vehicles. There's an ugly gray prefabricated apartment where he and his men, you would guess, probably live. To one side of the parking bay, and a fairly nice cantina.
I kind of lean into our Twi'lek prisoner and I'm like, do we just walk around or do we take you straight to people? I know you're the prisoner and all, but
The cantina. Say you're looking for someone. Say you're looking for that Grom person.
Vex, we're supposed to go to the cantina. Jynne, we're supposed to go to the cantina. Just whisper to each
I wouldn't say
Very
that.
well.
I wouldn't say that, but it was, very low whisper back.
Right. So, as you make your way closer to the settlement, a group of 3 people who seem to be, the thugs you've previously heard about, approach, and one of them hails you by saying, "I'd Criffin well turn back if I were you. Got no business being here."
Got no business. We got our business right here. I'm pretty sure this is our welcome. Meet our business card. We presented it to you right now. This
What-
here's our business.
What do we want with the Twi'lek?
What wouldn't you want with a Twi'lek?
Pasha, roll me charm.
Absolutely.
I am gonna
All right.
say, I'm gonna say it's just 1 difficulty.
Okay. All right. I got 2 ability and 1 proficiency, 1 difficulty, rolling 3 success, 1 threat. That's right. I'm so charming. I'm threatening.
Those threats just keep building, because Vex still has
Yeah.
one from earlier.
And so did I.
Yeah. They're just like, okay, I guess you make a compelling argument.
Of course I
Drum is in
do.
the cantina.
Spectacular. Wonderful. What kind of mood? Open to business cards, as it were. Open to I'm just looking for some, just looking for some friendly advice.
And
'cause-
we just got raided.
Hey, welcome,
Cool.
Raiders.
Awesome.
It's a pretty sizable raid, too. That's
Glory
awesome.
daggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Welcome in,
Nice.
welcome in.
Yeah, no pressure,
Thank
guys.
you.
None at all.
Mm,
Yeah.
No.
None at all.
They
Of
just
course
say,
not.
wow, the boss is hard to predict. Best of luck, though.
Oh, thanks. Nah. And gonna kind of like elbow, like, thanks. You know, hopefully we will soon be co-workers and all that.
And with that, they just turn back to their post as you can see that they're taking big swigs from canteens.
And when they turn their back, I'm gonna be like make faces.
Yeah. Get the
Right?
distinct whiff of alcohol for sure.
Not tempting at all. Nope. All right, Cantina.
All right.
Mhm.
So you make your way inside, and let's see.
Bex is trying very hard to look as though he's a sort of a soldierly thing rather than a medical thing.
I mean, the gun helps.
Just to try and make it look as like, yeah, indeed. Yeah, the gun helps.
And also, you know, from your folio, you've got all those little tools that are very menacing and not
Mhm.
spooky.
Exactly.
Spooky.
And the fun part is, they don't give me any direction on this, so I'm just going to wing it because that's what we're here for. You make your way into the cantina, and you see someone who clearly demands the attention of the room, not because they're particularly charming or attractive or anything like that, but you assume they're the one with the biggest credit purse, so to speak.
The biggest credit chip.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Head straight there and be like, "Ha! I do believe you are the individual that we are seeking."
And they just kind of turn to you and reeking of alcohol are like, probably. Why?
See, we of the non prisoner type, we're looking for an individual who could pay for our skills, as it were, and we brought this here individual who let's just say that they ain't the biggest fan of you, and we may or may not have heard something being said that was, I'm sure, would impugn your honor, and may or may not have been threat against your life. So we just thought, we'd bring them to you, and you could find some space for us in your employ, and we could put this individual to work for you as a fine for their lack of social graces, as it were.
All right, is just saying pretty damn stony face, but she's very carefully kind of glancing around to see if there are any other Twi'leks in the room, especially female Twi'leks.
There are not. There's
Okay.
human, and you see one Aqualish.
Okay.
You see Jynne, well, or at least Jynne's trying to keep it herself as calm as possible, considering what she just saw is now actually happening.
Just positively vibrating next to you.
Pretty much, it's like, wait, this is happening. This is totally happening. What the hell is going on? Don't tell me I inhaled the death six early.
As you can tell by demeanor, the one here that we brought did indeed, look at this face. This is the face of someone who you didn't want to be coming in here without them being bound. And my companion here is just positively trembling with excitement at the prospect of working for you. And yeah, exactly. And we done brought our droid too, because what kind of person doesn't have their own droid? I mean,
We're kind of a package deal.
we are indeed, as one might say. You can tell we got the matching
Bex
armor.
just stands there trying to look, part of a team.
Mm-hmm. And he just says, now that you mention the Twi'lek, and pulls up a data pad, like holding it kind of so that he can see her and the data pad at the same time.
I'm just may or may not be trying to
she does have a bounty from Timo, so yeah, no, this is great.
Spectacular, wonderful. What's a Timo? I wouldn't know nothing about that. Timo the Hut. You done Hut connections? Oh, we picked the right person.
We did.
You are a man who is going places. We would like to hitch our wagon to you.
Well, good. That's smart because at this rate, I'll have all of Ryloth under my control before long.
Oh, we're just going up. All right. Can we put walking bounty money here somewhere safe for you and come back and can we cheers to the good fortune of our new prospects, our new business encounter, as it were? Can we sign on the dotted line?
Of course. And you can see that he like turns and kind of whispers something to the bartender. You can imagine probably something to do with like letting Timo know, because mentioned the bounty. The bartender goes and kind of steps into like a back room, and you can overhear a little bit of conversation, but not enough. But you do hear Timo mentioned, and then two individuals come from outside, ones who had confronted you previously, and are going to start escorting Oskara.
Oh, no, we got it. We got it. Don't worry.
Oh, no, we can't just have a bounty like this laying around.
Oh, yeah,
Gotta
no.
Lock and key.
But we'll do it. We'll do it. We catch them. We cage them. It's like, you catch them. It's like, the fish things. You catch them, you clean them. But you cook them. So we'll catch them, we'll cage them, you hold them. That's what we'll do. Yeah, and then we'll be right back for some drinks. You boys stay here, don't worry. I can't wait to be working with all you. And I will attempt to lead her back out.
Roll me charm with 2 difficulty.
Spectacular. This is only getting harder.
Yep.
That's 2 failures, 2 advantages.
Okay.
Shit.
He's just like, no, I don't even know you. I can't just can't just let you go anywhere. And pulls out a blaster and says, "We'll take care of this."
All right, I was just offering, trying to be polite. Nobody knows how to be hospitable no more, but that's fine. That's fine. You could get to know me if you want. I'm just saying. But
Totally
that's okay.
can get to know us. We're kind of a package deal, though, that, too.
Indeed.
And I will kind of just rub my eye and give a clicking motion to my companion. Just whew, jeez, that's just a clickety click.
Oh, yeah. Click, click. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I need you to say the words, though, Jynne, of what you're going to do.
What do you mean?
Well, Pasha is hinting at something.
Press the button on the cuffs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Out of character. I wasn't sure what you were talking about.
We're almost going to leave me
I was like, clickety, clickety, button.
Clickety, clickety, yeah. Clickety, clickety, click the button. Really subtly,
Even Jynne was like, I don't know. Don't get it.
I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a blonde tonight, and I'm normally brunette.
Bindings. Release them.
Oh, she's
release the killer Twilight.
As soon as she heard clickety, out of the corner of her mouth, she's like, oh, yeah.
Okay. And now that you're free, what is the plan?
Oh, I'm going to... How close am I to him?
Decently close.
Him being me or him being others?
Can I bull rush him and try and take him hostage?
Take him hostage with what?
His blaster. You said he pulled a blaster?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second. Buffering. Roll me melee. I'm gonna say 1 threat.
Okay. Just the 1 threat.
Mm-hmm.
2 failures, 2 advantages.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he's immediately going to try to shoot you. So 1 second. Ooh. That is 5 wounds.
I soak,
Oskara.
I soak 4 of that.
Yeah.
Just 1.
Still not pleasant. And then I need everyone to roll cool, or I forget what the other one is now. Presence, maybe.
If it's initiative, it's vigilance.
Vigilance. That's it. Vigilance or cool.
Whichever one is your better one.
Mhm.
I will take the cool. I am much more cool than I am vigilant.
Shocked.
3 advantages. Oh,
Okay.
I want some successes, damn it.
1 success, 1 advantage.
Same.
Oh no, she's escaped.
Too bad this is just for
1
initiative.
failure, 1 advantage.
Oh no. Oof. Yeah, he got 2 successes, 3 advantages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to definitely be attacking again. Oof. And going to this time shoot at Pasha. And that is 6. I know you're going to soak 2, but you will take 4 wounds.
I took 4, right? Because it's my brawn plus my armor.
Oh, yeah, you had more than the 2. That's right.
Yeah, so I will take 2 wounds,
You're right.
and I will be personally offended about what did I ever do to you? Now I get to shoot you back and not feel guilty.
Exactly. All right, and Vex, you had failures on yours, right?
I had 1 failure, 1 advantage.
Okay.
So
And
basically
Pasha,
nothing.
what was your roll again?
What, mine?
No, Pasha.
Oh, my apologies. 1 success, 1 advantage.
Okay.
Nothing bad. Nothing great.
Yeah. Oskara, what was yours?
3 advantages.
Okay. And Jynne?
1 success, 1 ad.
Okay. So, Pasha, you would go first.
Sorry.
Good timing.
That's
I know.
me. I was just reading something. All right. He shot me.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really like that. Turns out I may or may not hold a grudge against people who attempt to kill me for no reason. Or in
Gotcha.
general. Yeah. So, I have the carbine in my hand. But I am not yeah, I have no ranks in either of them, but I'm not bad with it. It is a ranged weapon, heavy, right?
Ranged heavy, yep.
I mean, I would say you could easily hand that back to Oskara and use your weapon if you would like.
Spectacular. I will say, hold this. Hold my carbine. Get out my blaster.
Go for it.
She just rolls her eyes when you try to call it your carbine.
Mm. All right. So I have yep. So just roll, or is there difficulties for this?
There will be 1 difficulty for this.
Okay. All right. I got 2 green, 1 yellow for my pistol. 1 success and 3 advantages.
Nice. What's your damage on your pistol?
All right. My damage 3. In foot.
Okay. Well, it doesn't seem to do a lot of damage.
I may be misspeaking there. Sorry. Damage 6. My apologies.
Okay. Just kidding. It does
yeah.
a little bit. It does a little bit then.
Sting, don't it?
A little bit, yeah.
That's what he says as he does that. I'm gonna take 2 strain to shoot again.
Sure. Sure can.
Roll again, same difficulty.
Yep.
2 successes, 1 threat.
All right. Okay. He does not look good. He looks very close to death.
This is not how you treat new employees. I
He
have
just
my first 2
like
strain.
grunts, holding his blaster wounds.
Mm.
And with that, Jynne is up next.
This is a poor management style.
I'm debating whether or not I should run after and just finish the job.
Run after.
Run at-
Nobody.
Oh no,
Nobody
he's
went
holding
anywhere.
his wounds.
Yeah.
But you said also he started off and was trying to get away. Or at least that's how I understood.
No,
Nope.
he's just holding his wounds. He's kind of backed into a corner here.
Pasha's actually mad because I didn't get to shoot first. Let the record show I done shot twice.
Fuck it. Shot gloves. I want to try and just knock him out.
You can put your weapon on stun. That is an option.
Oh, Pasha didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll totally put. I'll
You
put
also
the gloves
hold
in
a
the
grudge
shot.
against people, so you know.
When was someone going to tell me I could do that? I'm not gonna, but
Yeah. I would love to just turn my gloves on stun and just punch the crap out of them.
You can't with the gloves. You would have to
can't
do it
with the glove.
yeah, you would have to do it with a blaster.
Oh crap. Okay, so I would love to do that. Either way, I would love to do something. So that would be ranged light. And that would be. I should have had this planned out. Would that be 1 difficulty as well?
Yep.
One success, 1 advantage.
nice.
Okay. And what is the damage on your blaster?
5.
Okay. Yeah, that is enough. And you said you were putting it on stun, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is enough that you are able to knock him unconscious.
Perfect. Now, the person to use these restraining things on, she
Restraints.
would restraints. Yes, she would click those on his wrists instead.
And I mean,
So-
Oskara, you talked about wanting to use him as a human shield hostage type thing. It's probably a good idea because you do know that blaster fire is going to attract others.
Mm.
So if it's her turn, she's
Mhm.
going to pick him up and hold him up and start dragging him towards the doorway.
Yeah.
And hold him near there, and just kind of in the doorway literally as a shield and a block.
Yeah.
And she's going to look to the others and say, "The data pad he had, check to see if there's someone called Makara here, or anywhere on this planet.
What
You
she
can-
said.
If he can come up, if he can find bounties, he's probably got records of anyone he's keeping as slaves."
Yeah. And Vex, it would be your turn next. So if you wanted to check the data pad, you can.
I would certainly do that. I would pick up the data pad and what kind of role would it be?
That would be computers.
computers, wouldn't it? Yes. Okay.
And I am gonna use one of your threat die here, so I'm gonna make it 2 difficulty.
Mm. Oh.
Computers 4.
I believe you can thank Aaron for that, or possibly Artemis, one of the two.
Yes, I know. No, it was Aaron. Plus
No, I
2
think
difficulty.
I think it was Alyssa who gave her the threat.
Was
Good
it?
time.
Yeah. Aaron gave me the,
Far too
gave me
many
the
of
boost.
those.
So just
Yeah.
remember that for the werewolf game on Wednesday.
In our moment,
24. Plus
triumph.
2 difficulty roll.
Um,
Result: 2 successes.
also, you
Okay.
just got you just got a boost on one of your dice.
Yeah, I'll let you
Nice.
just add a proficiency die to that and replace it. I'm not going to make you lose your successes. I just want to see what you get on the proficiency die.
So just roll 1 yellow.
Mhm.
Just roll 1 yellow.
Yep.
1 success.
Okay. Yeah. So same result either way. Okay. Just making sure that chat didn't do any more fuckery. Yeah, you are able to find records of this individual.
I lean in and be
Oskara,
like,
I think.
are they good records?
Os-
She holding a gun. Just make sure you want to tell her what you found.
I have what have I found? Is it do I now know where she is?
Yeah, you know that she is due for pickup to be taken back to Tatooine.
Ooh. Okay. Oskara, I have found some information as you requested. It would appear that your sister is due to be returned to Tatooine very shortly. She's being held ready for pickup.
Where Vex?
That I'm afraid this doesn't tell me. I'm afraid I assume that it is well known but it's going to be somewhere. It's going to be somewhere that has a landing pad.
There's others in the room, right?
I mean, at this point, they're just kind of watching because, their employer is being held at gunpoint and
Yeah.
not
So
a great situation for them.
waving
I
said pistols around in the vicinity of their boss, being like, anyone? No one? Landing pad, pickup zones, anyone? Does your boss like their kneecaps more or their toes?
You do know, you were the one who was awake whenever the R2 came and mentioned the ship coming from Tatooine.
Oh, I know where.
Oh, it's that one.
Back at the spaceport. Parked right beside us.
Yep.
No problem. I mean, not parked nearby us. Nowhere near us. We don't have a ship at the spaceport. Didn't say any of that out loud.
We need to return to the spaceport.
We've got
Oskara.
something. We've got something to
Sounds like-
do.
Miss that.
We've got something we need to do here first.
Mm-hmm. We do?
This looks at.
Hmm.
Looks
Why
at
don't we just-
their boss. Can't we take him back with us and give him to the?
Yeah. Let's give him
Yes.
gift, wrapped, bound, ready. Here you go. You two figure out this social, economic, physical, actual, literal hostage situation going on here. We, vroom vroom, but vroom vroom with a DoorDash pickup on the way. Yeah?
Yeah.
I like this plan. All right.
Yeah. This will work for me.
Works
You
for
all
me.
stay here. We take your boss. We will not kill your boss if you don't follow us. You follow us, we blow off a toe for each one of you we see. And yeah, from there we go our separate ways. I'm so sorry we couldn't work with you. Y'all seem like great people. It just wasn't meant to be. We were headhunted. Or we were headhunting something. I don't know.
They're just like, okay.
The boss is away. Y'all can play. Keep drinking. Enjoy. Day off.
Drink to your heart's content.
Yeah, they already look like they're pretty drunk, so they're just going to continue with that.
Yeah.
So you're headed back to the mine first?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, it wasn't very far because you were able to walk there. It's basically right next door. Yeah, so you take him back to the Twi'leks. What do you say to them?
We brought you something.
We brought you a present, and
It's from all of us.
yes, except we.
Just saying.
Yes.
Except we.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I'm sorry. I just want to be clear.
And she'll kind of push forward the unconscious git.
You just like push him so that he falls face first into the dirt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Canonically in chat, I did say that I had smelling salts in my pocket. So if we want, I'll be like, and for later.
Fantastic. Yeah, they're just like, well, we'll obviously get right to work. And you see that they have not a lot of supplies, but some of them have gone back to their tents and gotten blasters, and they seem to be getting ready to use this to their advantage to hostilely take over.
Vex, did you keep their data pad at all?
I did.
You
I
might want
neglected to put it down.
to give that to them.
Be a very good idea, wouldn't it? Yes. So I hand over the data pad to the person who seems to be most in charge.
Yeah. And, you know, since you did, like, rescue him and everything, before you all head off, he's like, well, let me just make sure that there's nothing important here. And just kind of digging through the data pad for a little bit. He's like, you might want to know about a couple of messages from Drom. He's wiped out most of it, but there's two to someone named Thweek sent within the last few days. One says, yes, it's risky business. I'm amazed Trex managed to get away with the droid technicians, Cyber, without causing the whole thing to fall down on our heads, you know, criffing bugs with their clades and casts and such. Annoy the one at the top and you lose every other link in the chain. Start from scratch. Thought this whole deal was going to fall through when we lost the Duke of Piddick. But Dimmick, he might be a bug for us. And the other one, decapitated. Ha! We'll make sure he never gets to hear about that. I mean, don't get me wrong, the bugs are criffing hypocrites, if you ask me. They're more than happy to see dozens of drones squandered in their own games, but if you knew what happened with Cyvor, it'd be all over for the deal. Putting a tech geek in the ring against you, what a way to go. I don't know what that means, but something with bugs.
Your notions.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. Not a lot of bugs on Tatooine, given the extreme aridness.
Yeah. I mean, Geonosis is fairly arid too, but, you know.
Yeah, they got big.
Yeah.
You see her
So-
kind of shiver.
We're good. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
spectacular. Wishing you all the best in your hostile takeover. Emphasis on the hostile. Yeah. If you see said Sweeney, what was his name? Sweeney?
Tweak.
Sweek. If you see Sweek, please give us our most hostile regards on our behalf.
Well, and you would remember that Thweek was the bounty hunter who had attacked your new compatriots on the way into the planet. So
I'm hoping he's still planet side and going to stay that way when we leave. And I mean, I hear, just like the mines, he is very blow upable.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they don't seem like they want to blow up the mines so much as take over them, but
all the better. We should. Pasha hasn't got the first freaking clue what is going on in any of this. It's just like, you got us gas, you got us fuel, we got you a friend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the plan from here?
I think my suggestion would be that we get back in the speeder and we depart as fast as
Agreed.
possible. Heading back to the spaceport in the hope of getting there before Oskara's sister is actually removed from the planet.
Okay.
Pasha like claps his hands and he's like, "Hot damn, I like your plan."
Yeah,
Whilst we are
and,
traveling, because it took us several hours to get here, I'm assuming it will take us several hours to get back. And during that time, therefore, I will do what I can to deal with the injuries that have been suffered.
I believe those have been taken care of. Thank you, Artemis.
Yeah.
Have they?
At least
Oh,
for Pasha.
Sweet.
yeah, Pasha is sorted.
Yeah. Your strain still
But
stands, but-
Oskara, you still have wounds, do you
One.
not?
Just one, yeah.
As you're patching me up via Artemis, I'm gonna be like, is it gonna leave a cool scar?
I
Jynne
don't
like it?
believe so, no.
Does Jynne like scars?
Totally like
I'm
Scar.
afraid I can't answer that. Oh, there we go.
Vex, you are a terrible wing droid. I'm just saying.
I mean, Vex, I think you would know if you wanted, you could leave a scar. Or you could make a scar.
This
Well,
is true.
Can it look like a heart so I can be like, remember when I got this fighting with you on that planet? No?
I'm sure it can be managed, yes.
A heart with the
If that is
Orba
really
shirts,
what you
okay.
want.
Vex, you the best.
Thank you.
Oh, that's
my friend.
amazing.
Also, scar tissue doesn't grow hair, so I don't have to shave that spot anymore. It's great.
There you go. There you go.
There you
This is
go.
very true, yes. Yeah.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Oskara, do you want me to help you?
Yeah, considering what we might be about to go into, I need to be.
Mhm.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah.
Does Oskar absolutely hate Pasha?
Oh? Oh!
Right. Medicine. I believe. Medicine is 2 green, 2 yellow.
And one
Two.
difficulty, please.
1, 2. And 1 difficulty. Ooh, 2 successes, 2 triumphs.
Whew.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
2 triumphs. I'm going to let that carry over. So you make your way back to the city. I'm assuming there's not a whole lot there that you want to do other than go back to the spaceport.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Go back to the spaceport. Find Oskara's sister.
Uh,
I mean, I'm starting to wonder if I should get a blue armor too, but no, it's okay. We can wait another day. I didn't want
so
to too much.
as you make your way back, it happens to be, and Oskara, you probably didn't even think about it. You know, you had other things in mind. Happens to be a very big holiday for Ryloth, and so there's not really anyone at the spaceport. The other ship seems to be relatively unguarded.
Look to to Jynne and be like, "You were right on the money."
I was not expecting that what I saw to actually be right.
Wait, say what?
I saw everything happen before it actually happened.
like a deja vu, right?
I wouldn't exactly call it deja vu as more as an actual vision.
Oh,
I don't know if I can replicate it. I don't know what I can do with it. Just that it happened and it all worked out.
How old is Pasha?
Pasha's 30s.
Okay, so you would have been old enough to have some memories of the Jedi.
Yeah, but like, it's like the weird like space cult to most people. Like, it's like, yeah, dude, I don't know, sure. And I think Pasha's always been kind of like, it's kind of hooey. I don't know.
At the
like,
same
sure,
time,
maybe
you would have
there's
lived through. Well, you would have also lived through a decent amount of the Clone Wars. So
true. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's not hooey, but it's always like it's just kind of weird. I don't know, Pasha, because it's like it's in the core worlds, and it's like the upper crust people. So it's like, yeah, of course, like people with money can make things happen. Sure. I don't know. So I don't. Yeah, Pasha is very much like, visions, spectacular. All right, ladies first, please. All the ladies first, please, to save the sister. I'm gonna go start the engines.
We'll figure this out later whenever we have time to think, okay?
Yeah, that would be wise.
Mhm.
We need to go and find this other ship that's trying to take her on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, you would know that it was in the same spaceport. I mean, Pasha was right. It is pretty much right next to you, so it's not too hard.
We'll go into that docking bay if no one objects.
Yeah,
I
there
don't object.
doesn't seem to be
Indeed.
anybody guarding it currently.
Is the ship's ramp down?
Mm-hmm.
They leave the
nice.
keys in it.
No, unfortunately not.
I'm gonna
Oh,
draw
damn.
I'm gonna draw my carbine and I'm going to advance up the ramp slowly.
Mhm.
So I don't get the drop on. I'm trying not to be shot in the head as I advance upwards.
Yeah, it is surprisingly quiet.
Is there in the docking bay? Is there like any thing to access to find out any information on the ship or where it was going or its cargo? Like, was it loaded recently or something?
Probably not cargo, but yeah, you could definitely try to slice a computer and find out more.
Sounds like my kind of fun.
Yeah. I'm useless.
Vex is slowly following Oskara up the ramp.
Okay.
But he's also saying, I have some concerns about this. There aren't enough people around. I'm not entirely sure that you're not walking straight into a trap here, Oskara.
I am going very slowly.
Mm.
I'm waiting for someone to tell me what's going on. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
You can lead with a stun grenade. Just chuck it up there.
Yeah.
You could, but it is still very quiet as you advance into the ship, and you are able to find the prisoner hold pretty easily. Jen, I will have you roll me a computers check with 3 difficulty.
All my stuff has been pretty much 3s tonight. I'm like,
Because you're doing a lot of hard stuff, and also because they got some, dice to use against you.
2 successes, 1 advantage.
Okay. Yeah, you find out that the ship is owned by Teemo, and that is, I mean, you already knew that it came from Tatooine. It's bound back to Tatooine. You don't have anything about cargo, but you recognize the name as bounty hunters in Timo's employ.
I'm looking around the bay this whole time, like watching her slice, watching them go up, watching from, the ramparts if there's someone about to shoot down at us and kill us all.
Yeah. No, it seems like everybody is pretty well off enjoying the holiday.
Mildly jealous, but all right.
Yeah, you didn't even get a drink back there.
No.
I'll owe you a drink later. Right now, this ship does definitely belong to those in his employ.
All right, darling. I'll make it a date.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, I'm so lucky I found y'all.
Indeed.
If it's heading back for Tatooine, there's a good chance that Oskara's sister may be on board already.
That's why we need to go through this ship quickly and figure it
Well,
out.
again,
Indeed.
you were able to find the prisoner hold pretty easily. There are a number of Twi'leks on here, one of them being your sister.
How's the lock on the door looking?
It doesn't seem like it's locked, but you can see that they are all frozen in carbonite.
Oh.
Awkward.
Mm. That's not gonna be good.
Guess it was a cold reunion.
This-
Oskara hates me already.
This presents us
they-
with a problem.
Do these blocks have anti-grav units on them?
They do. I mean, they have to be able to transport them pretty easily.
Exactly. What I was thinking. Do they have the defrost controls on them?
Mm-hmm.
Start turning up the defrost controls.
Just on your sisters or all of them?
All of them. No, this is now.
I would suggest that it might be quicker and safer to transport them to our ship whilst
agree.
still in the carbonite using the anti-grav unit.
Yeah.
And then
I
do
mean,
the
At the same time,
once we're out in space and free and clear.
That's a lot of moving stuff, whereas people can move themselves pretty easily once defrosted. It doesn't take a horribly long time, and depending on how long they've been frozen, they may not have hibernation sickness.
Should she calls back to him? Should I bring up the door just so we have a little bit more time to let these guys free?
Do it.
Yes.
Are we sure that the keys are not in it? Just asking.
Max, while I do this, would you like to go check the cockpit for the ignition controls?
Yes, I'll do that.
Bex, you do not find any keys or anything like that. You do find a set of dice.
What, you mean I don't pull down the sun visor and the set of keys fall out?
They do have a set of dice that are hanging in their cockpit, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuzzy dice.
No, I was thinking like the little gold dice from the Millennium Falcon, but
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's a little
It's
classier.
not
All
the same
right.
ship. It's not that same ship.
Yeah.
So
They
yeah,
heard about
she
the
would.
guy.
She would definitely make sure that the ramp was raised and the door was shut, so they have just a couple more minutes to work with stuff.
He's saying there are fuzzy handcuffs hanging in the.
Oh my gosh, Affy.
I'll allow it.
Vex, take them.
Yeah.
Okay, wakey uppy, givey speedery. Yes? Speedery to people, take sister, bring sister along. And not take, no. Yes?
Defrost everyone.
Yeah.
Pasha's like jumping on the spot, being like, hey, yeah, go.
Quick.
Yeah,
Well,
and it seems like most
So
of
I'm
the
going. Vex is going around defrost, doing all the pressing the right buttons to get everybody defrosted, and then sort of helping them as they start re-emerging and start where the hell am I?
Yeah,
stuff.
it seems like most of them have not been in hibernation for long enough to have any hibernation sickness or blindness or anything like that. What do you say to your sister now that she's free?
So I look to her and kind of say, go to the safe house. Go to this place. They'll keep you safe.
I don't know that anybody's going to keep us safe from Timo.
You're not going to be safe if you come with me. Either way.
I think I'm a lot safer with you than without you.
Yeah, fine.
Oskara, I did. My understanding was that this was a rescue. Rescue sort of means taking them with you.
Also,
More
what
of
is this
a-
not safe with you thing?
We're still being chased by Timo as well. That's the problem. Remember? We've all got bounties on our heads by the looks of it. I certainly have.
I haven't forgotten
I
that,
suspect
but
it-
also her fate would have been worse if we
Carry on.
just left her be taken back to Tatooine.
Yeah. I didn't need a vision to see that, but
Amazing.
And
I
that's
would
just
strongly
that's just a
recommend-
guess.
I
All
would
right.
strongly recommend that your sister should come with us. Others, it's their choice.
oh, we're giving choices to all of them. Okay. But how
Well-
big the ship?
Millennium
Yeah.
Falcon, so
Well, all right. As like kind of everyone else is thawing out, Pasha's like, "Hello, welcome back to consciousness. I have here a set of keys to a speeder. First person with the keys gets a draft. I'm sorry, them's the rules. There's a safe house that we can direct you to, and from there you are free and clear. Oh, it's nothing. Never gonna see you again. Best of luck."
The rest of the Twi'leks, aside from your sister, seem to pretty much be part of the resistance. So they're like, yeah, we know where the safe house is. We got this.
Spectacular. Good luck. Hostile takeover in action right now. May or may not be a long day. Good luck to you.
Yeah, and they all take off.
It's fun.
What's the plan from here?
Can I fly a ship yet? Please, please, somebody tell me I get to fly a ship now. Pasha's like vibrating to leave.
Shall we get back to our ship then?
I've still
Yes.
got to. Do we have time to mess with the transponder codes or no time?
I mean, if you had mentioned that to them, I mean, they were working on that. So
She
that was going to
probably
get done
likely
for
did, but we
Mhm.
just never came up with a name.
right.
May or may not have
Well,
made
that's
some
fine.
suggestions.
We can figure out. Yeah, we can figure out what the name is and what name they've given it when we get back on board, can't we?
We can.
Hopefully it's something a little bit subtler than like screw Timo or Timo is the worst.
Timo sucks.
Yeah.
Timo
Timo sucks, you are cleared for landing.
The one that came to mind was fuck Timo, but no.
I did
That-
like the Kestrel, but figure out some other word to go with it.
Centurion Kestrel, was it? I'm trying to
It's a
remember.
I
mouthful for
switched to
sure.
Centurion Crystal.
It was quite the mouthful, but if that's what you all want.
I don't know if I want that, but Kestrel definitely, but I'm not sure.
Will not in any way be confusing when we go to Kessel with the Kestrel.
No,
I
no,
won't
talking
mess
about.
that up at all.
They're spelled totally different in Orabesh. I mean,
absolutely.
Mm.
And
Oh God.
I, the player, am not going to stumble upon that repeatedly.
Not at all. Not a chance.
No.
So now that you have gotten back to your ship and you are fueled and able to leave, fully repaired, where are you headed?
I forgot about the smell. Oh God!
It has been cleaned significantly.
It's been cleaned.
Yeah.
You can't really get that out.
But there will be
Nice, like,
there will be
pine sol smell.
leftovers.
I think if this ship ever got junked and turned into a droid, it would still smell. Who was driving this last? God, they've got long legs.
The notoriously long-legged Twi'leks.
That'd be probably Oskara or one of the Twi'leks. Yeah.
Well, it was Oskara
It
because
was Oskara.
back on the
It was
former
Oskara.
crate thing.
Mm.
Right.
Just getting. Okay, almost. No, too close. Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I can fly anything, anywhere. I can usually land them too. We're going.
Well,
Um,
the original destination I had programmed before this all happened was to Mandalorian space for reasons. But if anywhere else pressing they really want to go to, we can do that instead.
You really like people that shoot, don't you?
Yes. Yes. For reasons.
I feel like this is a good time for you to at least disclose a little bit of that so that, you can maybe give them a reason why you would want to go there.
So remember the hunter I was training under? He's kind of estranged from the Mandawad, and he essentially gave me an introduction to House Cries, and I am intending on following up on it and trying to become a Mandawad myself. So that's why I was trying to go there, but that's why I'm saying if anyone else wants to go somewhere else, then they have pressing business.
Pasha's been like shaking his head, just like, no, I don't know that. Okay, yep, go in there. Wait, what? And it's like, okay. Can't say as I got a real destination in mind other than not here and far from here. So pros and cons. Cons. Mandalorians be about to say crazy, but we will put eccentric. Pro, not many huts in Mando space.
Also, not big fans of the Empire, typically.
That too.
Mm.
Again, big fans of the bangy bang, but
Yeah. Some of them like the Empire.
One of my reasons for being amenable to this suggestion in the first place was that there will undoubtedly be medical facilities that I will be able to use to improve my skills and actually maybe perhaps be a doctor rather than a hack, for want of a better word, for the hut.
I'm so happy for you, Vex. Just going back to school.
Yes, I am. That would be my wish.
Sounds like big goal. It sounds like really big goal.
And where can I take you, darling?
For me,
Do you see anything in your future?
other than possibly with you, I haven't
And-
quite. I would like to try and find out about more what's going on with me, but I know that's going to be hard to do.
All right, well. Does that have destination in Mando space? Any of this?
Out of character, I would have no idea.
Rick, would I have a rough kind of entry point?
I mean, I think Mandalore is probably your best bet.
The capital.
Yeah, why not just go big, go big or go home?
Yeah.
Or go big and go home.
I mean, there's that too.
Mm.
I will also remind you all that you've gotten some pretty big hints at Geonosis being important in some fashion. So,
There is
that's
that.
that's a thing.
And I do like continuing to fuck with Timo. I'm sorry. Deep down in my core, it just kind of wants to do that a bit. But
You could take the
I mean-
scenic route.
Definitely take the scenic route.
yeah. You know what, darling? We can get us some of that there Mando matching armor.
I don't know that they're
Although-
going to send you Beskar, but
I don't do helmets. I don't cover this. It just world's gotta see it. That and I'm
Well-
mildly claustrophobic.
yeah. Conveniently, Mandalore is still on the Outer Rim, so it's not horribly far. It's not like you're going to the core worlds.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's a good place for us to end with our next destination in mind, and we can figure out the rest of it in the interim. Whether
Spectacular.
there's
Pilots
more-
still never got to make a piloting roll. Wonderful. Not upset about that at all. Missing all the piloting checks last week. It's all right.
That's okay, because I was going to have you do a quick astrogation for me, though.
Oh, all right. I'll roll one more thing. I'm happy about that. I only got to 2 in that, but I am trained. Difficulty?
We're going to say 1.
All right. Spectacular. I'm so happy we fit this into the end of the stream. Wonderful. My one failure and my one advantage, I want to make sure Jynne does not see.
Perfect.
Aw.
Perfect.
It's really like nothing. Ooh, a little rusty. This system's old. I haven't been updated. Do we have the most recent star charts in here?
You can tell you do not.
Yeah, I can tell. That's why.
Yeah, on that note, that's where we're going to end the session. So I think we're probably going to raid somebody. I don't know who, but we're going to do the thing.
All right. I'm so glad I
There is
made
a
it this
raid.
time.
Right?
Yeah, we're
Didn't get
raiding-
stranded in the middle of
raiding
nowhere.
Cedar.
Hey, I didn't even see Cedar was on.
Are we?
And neither did I. I get to go Cedar. Yay.